All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. It's showtime like Kareem Lakers. I make a masterpiece, seem basic. No Meek Millie, but I'm dream chasing. Took the shortcut like Anita Baker. I want the bright lights that you see in Vegas. I need a big house with like 3 basements. Drop an M on the whip, think I'm speed racing. Don't know if it's the Transformer or the Green Ranger. My nigga Mac got the beat banging. Young nigga selling crack as a teenager. Had fiends playing baseball out here free basing. Had me showing off the rings like a Freemason. My mama gone, but I keep pacing. Trying to keep it all together like I need braces. Family calling when they need favors. When I was broke, they was acting like complete strangers. All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Rest in peace, the Nippy was the street savior. Got my credit right now, I need acres. Gotta turn your dirty money into clean paper. Trying to own a franchise without a key player. I go through hoes like I weave laces. Tree blazers, love they mama noodles beef flavored. Meat takers that be acting like the sacred. You bust in, you would think they on their knees praying. Then I slide like a screensaver. When I'm done, make some scrambled eggs, cheese bacon. Then it's on to the next, I ain't a speed dater. Little bitch ain't gon' hear from me till weeks later. I don't see no things changing. Kids still dodging bullets like they seen Matrix. These young niggas really need saving, but OGs won't teach them that the street's dangerous. All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby.
Yo, was good, was good, was good. CamJNetwork, man. We back lit, man. You already know the vibes, man. I'm happy to be back with y'all, man. Had to take a little break, but we back good and we 100. You heard? You feel me? Sorry, but not sorry. Boxing Talk Wednesdays back in full effect, and we definitely ready tonight, man. Definitely got a lot to talk about. A lot to talk about, man, for sure, man. And of course, a little bit tonight, y'all already see we got 2 live streams on currently. You got, the diagonal one, and then you got the regular one. You know what I'm saying? Either one, tap into them. Make sure y'all hit the like button. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel, man, for sure. You already know we back cooking, we back working. You already know the vibes. You know what I mean? I feel good to be back, man. I dropped a video yesterday telling y'all what I've been telling y'all about these belts don't matter, you know what I'm saying? And it dropped yesterday. It was almost about an hour long for sure. So it was a good cook up. If y'all missed that, make sure y'all fuck around and go watch that after this show because we got a lot to talk about on this show tonight. A lot to talk about, like definitely a lot to talk about, man. And I'm happy to be here to talk about it with my boxing family that's out there for sure. So let me go and see who all in the building right now. All right, see my boy Big Block. What's good with you, my brother? Salute to you, brother. Hope everything is well with you, my brother. You already know the vibes, man. Salute to my brother Big Block. Always supporting the channel, man, for sure. And salute to my dog Jay Gibson. Salute my brother, man. How you doing, my brother, man? For sure, man. Salute to you, brother. And my dog Lee Jackson, man. Salute to my dog Lee Jackson, man. Always supporting the channel, man. Like I'm very supportive. I'm very appreciative of my brother Lee Jackson, man, for sure, man. Salute to my dog Lee Jackson for sure. And my dog Jay, man, was good. What you already know, 513 shit, man. Cincinnati, you already know how we rocking. You feel me? Yeah, you already know the vibes. Yeah, yeah, we in here. Yeah, we in here. It's lit. It's lit, man. So, all right, man. We ain't gonna hold it up, man. Too long. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, y'all ain't hit that like button yet. Make sure y'all please hit that like button, man, for sure. And as well, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel, man. We definitely working. We cooking. We about to cook, and we gonna get this shit started. So, where should I start first? We got where we want to start first. Let's start with got this. Let's go ahead and start with this. Let's start with something that many people don't talk about at times. You know what I'm saying? But Cam Day, I'm a guy. I like to talk about everything. So let's talk about this real
I
quick.
think next year I won't fight with Deontay Wilder. For me, I think it's interesting. World champion guy. This is very famous guy. This is strong guy. One of is great heavyweight last 10 years. Special information. Speak with my team. I say this is first zadanie.
First option.
Yeah, first option. First aim.
Who is second option?
Та ми не говорили про це. We not speak about this.
All right, right there, man. So there go the unified heavyweight champion right there, Alexander Usyk right there, talking about he won't smoke with Deontay Wilder in 2026, dog. Crazy, right? Crazy, man. And of course, you know what I'm saying? Of course, he was the guy that said that he would fight the winner of Parker and Worley. But y'all got to remember, I'm the same guy that was telling y'all that Usyk didn't have interest in fighting those guys due to the fact of the money. Usyk is trying to get big bag. He's trying to monetize his fucking bag, man. Especially he has all right to do so, especially. But at the same time, him fighting Deontay Wilder, at the moment, just me personally as a boxing fan, I don't care to see that right now. That's just me. But just to even add more context into what we talking about right here, you feel me? You got Alexander Usyk. He got permitted to make a defense of the WBC title against Deontay Wilder. So you got Alexander Usyk, him and his team behind the scenes already pushing to try to put that fight in play. Now, I gotta get my brother Tay Jones on here. You know what I'm saying? He was supposed to be on here with me last week, but I had some shit going on. But I'm gonna get my brother on one of these days this week, you know what I'm saying, where we can talk about this for sure, in depth, for sure, because I want to understand like what's the size as far as Wilder. Like me, in my opinion, we seen Wilder last fight. You know what I'm saying? He looked decent in that fight, you feel me? But at the same time, we feel like he ain't ready for that championship contention yet right now. Like he need a couple of more fights, and which is I was opposed. I was here that that was the plan in particular at first. But it looked like plans is changing a little bit, possibly. You know what I'm saying? If Usyk is trying to push for a fight with Wilder, Wilder may take the opportunity on making the fight happen. You know what I'm saying? Because Wilder, he ain't backing down for no smoke, and he damn sure ain't backing down at the bag, right? For sure. So Wilder may take this fight in particular. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I don't want Wilder taking this fight right now. But looking at it in Usyk's perspective, though, this is the real interesting perspective that I have on this right here. Usyk is looking at it like I already beat Joshua twice. I done beat Fury twice. Out of the top guys in that era, Wilder the last one. I knocked him off. I done knocked all three of the kings that was in that heavyweight era. And I get a crazy bag to do so possibly. And that's how Usyk is definitely looking at it, man. And hey, it's a real interesting perspective to look at it in that aspect, but hey, it's very well true for sure. But me personally, I would like Usyk fighting somebody else other than Wilder. I think he think obviously Wilder is sweet. You know what I'm saying? He think he's sweet, so he going after Wilder. You know what I'm saying? He want to knock him off and be the last one off that era. But it's all about whether Wilder is hit and him personally ready for this fight. You know what I'm saying? They offer the fight. Wilder ain't gonna back down from the fight. I don't see him turning it down unless the money is on some shiesty shit. But here goes a statement from Frank Warren right here. Frank Warren, he says, before the Parker fight, Usyk did say he would fight the winner. Now he's changed his mind. He obviously feels the risk to the reward isn't justified. So you got Frank Warren speaking on behalf of Fabio Worley right here and saying that he feel that, he's trying to get his bag up pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't feel like Worley's a big money fight. So he wants to go to another fight that he feels that's suitable for him monetary wise. And looking at a fight with Deontay Wilder, it would definitely pose the case for that for sure. You know what I mean? Definitely. Quee, what's good with you, my sister? What's poppin'? Everybody, make sure y'all subscribe to my sister, Quee, man. She live every Thursday night fire shows. She be talking about everything, man. She keep it real on there, man. Salute to my sister. Make sure y'all subscribe and support my sister for sure. You heard? Yeah. So yeah, like I was saying, man. The bigger money fight in this case is, Alexander Usyk fighting Deontay Wilder than fighting Fabio Worley. You feel me? So that's just the case in the matter in that case. Me personally, if you ask me, do I like the fight? No, I don't like it for Wilder. It makes sense for Usyk, but I don't like it for Wilder. You know what I'm saying in particular. You know what I'm saying right now because I feel like he need a couple more fights to get up there. You know what I'm saying he need to build more. And that's just my personal opinion as a boxing fan and as a fan of Deontay Wilder in particular. You know what I mean? He need a couple more fights to build upon, see where he at, and then you know maybe take on the challenge for Usyk. But if they offer to fight the Wilder and the numbers and everything is good, Wilder gonna end up taking the fight. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna back down from no smoke for sure. You already know the vibes with that, you heard. And salute to my motherfucking sister, Jag Queen Boxing. Y'all already know, man. Much love and blessings to my sister, Jag Queen Boxing. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all subscribe to her channel, man. She been cooking, she been working. You already know the vibe. She hot off an interview with Shadeja Green. If y'all ain't check that out, make sure y'all check that out for sure. You know what I mean? She definitely working. And we got a Read the Room episode on Jag Queen Barberson's channel as well. New episode, fresh off the press, you know what I'm saying? Last week. If y'all ain't check it out, you need to go check that out for sure as well. You know what I mean? Read the Room, one of the hottest segments out here in boxing for sure. You feel me? So salute to my sister, Jag Queen Boxer. Make sure y'all subscribe and show love to my sister. You heard. So yeah, man. So like I was saying with Alexander Usyk and Deontay Wilder, I don't care for the fight in particular. I understand why Usyk wants to fight. It's all about whether Wilder and his team, if they willing to take that fight, or they going to be on some time of where we gonna build and then try to come back to the table possibly. You know what I'm saying? Which it would be very interesting too if they did do that, because then who would Usyk fight then? Who would he fight? We already know Tyson Fury been screaming out his name, but same time, y'all already know how I feel about Tyson Fury on who he should be fighting. He should be fighting Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? And all well, we hoping with Anthony Joshua will handle business against Jake Paul next week, to where, you know what I'm saying? it sets up that fight for sure. You know what I'm saying? With AJ and Fury, which is that's a well deserving fight for that country of the UK, and they deserve that fight. They've been clamoring for that fight for years. I done said this multiple times, and that fight is well deserving of to happen between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. Now, Usyk would be in a real, jacked up situation if he didn't get the opportunity of fighting Wilder because if I mean, you can probably see Usyk probably going back to the table and fighting Fury then, because if you're looking at the money aspect of it, but nobody don't want to see a third fight of that for real. We just seen Usyk beat Fury twice. There's no reason to see that again. You know what I mean? So it's real interesting factor, man. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna move on with some more boxing news that we got. You know what I'm saying? Real quick. We're gonna keep it pushing. Right here, man, we got Jamar Charlo, man. Back with the dog Ronnie Shields, man. You know what I'm saying? You got Jamar Charlo back in action, working with Ronnie Shields, got him back in the corner, which is, always good. You know what I'm saying? These guys can work together throughout their whole entire career, majority. And interesting to see, how they build. You know what I'm saying? Upon, Jamar Charlo after his last win against Thomas LaManna earlier this year, getting a knockout in that fight. So no, I'm hearing that, he possibly gonna be fighting coming up January, February, possibly. You know what I'm saying? Now the matchup, I would hope it would be Caleb Plant. Of course, it's been rumors about that possibly happening, but it's definitely interesting on who will he fight for sure. You know what I mean? I would love for it to be Caleb Plant. You know what I'm saying? To go ahead and get that fight out of the way because that's a well-deserved fight for the fight fans to see. They got the storyline built up, you know what I'm saying, to slap all of that. You know what I mean? Jamal got to get that back for sure. You know what I mean? So interesting factor right there for Jamal Charlo. Salute to him. Working back with Ronnie Shields, you know what I mean? And we're gonna keep it pushing with another topic. All right, so you got new signee of MVP, Caroline Dubois. She will be fighting next week on that Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul card. And she got the girl Panada right here. So signing up with MVP. You know what I mean? Very interesting factor in my case for us women's boxing because of course Caroline she's with MVP now, and then you already know Alicia Baumgartner she's with MVP, and they've been going back and forth in recent times, and so may set up for a big money fight between them two girls for sure. So definitely, man. Interesting. I'm definitely gonna be tuned in to watch Caroline in this fight and see how she, how she coming in that fight for sure. She definitely a dog in there, y'all mean. So definitely salute to Caroline signing with MVP. Hey, salute to Jake Paul for signing Caroline for sure, showing more love to the women. And Jake Paul, he just buying off all the girls in the block right now off there, man. He gonna damn near have all the women sold up. For sure, man. It's leader promotions. Y'all better watch out, man. Better get you had them contracts right over there, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, interesting fight though for sure, man. Interesting fight right here. And I'm gonna go to the next one, obviously. The big news that came out the other day right here with Carissa Shields fighting Franchon Cruz Lazarn in a rematch. Of course, both of these girls they fought their first career fights against each other. Carissa won that fight, and now they running it back. You know what I mean? Undisputed heavyweight championship fight. So Cruz Lazarn, she's moving up from 168 to heavyweight. The max of the heavyweight for the women is 175. So she moving up to fight Clarissa Shields for her heavyweight titles. Real interesting fight right here, you know what I'm saying? To seeing Franchise moving up in weight, you know what I mean? Of course, she didn't want to go down, and fight her at her weight. She's the A side. Cruz Cezanne, she signed with Salida Promotions, so it was easy for this fight to be made. The fight would be on a Sunday in Detroit, man, at Caesar's Plaza out there, man. So yeah, definitely crazy for sure, man. Interesting factor for this fight, man. You already know. Um, a lot of people, we include myself, no, me and Jack Queen, we talked about it. Hey, we want to see Clarissa fight Cruz Lazarn or see her fight Shadazer. You feel me? And she made this fight happen. So, all credit to Clarissa Shields for getting the job done and making this fight happen for sure. And it's gonna be a real intriguing fight for February 22nd, especially due to the fact that Cruz is moving up in weight to fight Clarissa Shields in this fight for sure. You know what I mean? And salute to my sister. She said, I'm excited for Caroline. Yeah, absolutely. Caroline is a dog. She is a dog for sure. Yeah, babe, she a dog for sure. You already know the vibe. This is my brother. That's my brother D1. D1 in the building, man. D1 was popping, my boy, man. Everybody, make sure y'all subscribe to Angry White Man Boxing Podcast. That's my brother. D1 and William Old School cooking up on a weekly basis. D1 got some of the best shorts in boxing in the game on all platforms. He lit on TikTok and everything, man. Salute to my brother D1, man. Much love to my brother, man. Hope you doing well, my dog, today, man. I know he's working hard today, my boy. Yeah. So who else we got in the building? I see my boy Richie Baby. Hey Richie Baby. Oh, young cuz, what's popping, bro? What's popping, man? Hey Richie, we gonna heat up, man. We got a lot. We got a lot to cover. We just getting started, bro. We got a lot to cover in this show today. So don't even worry, my boy. So we gonna move forward right here, man. Of course, right here, real interesting news right here, man. You got Lester Martinez, they team said that um that they got approached about a fight with Osley Iglesias, but the team ended up saying that the man Lester Martinez is unavailable at the time. So, would have been a big fight for the 168-pound division with Lester Martinez and Osley Iglesias. Ozzy Iglesias, hey, he nice, dog. Hey, that's a bad boy. You know what I'm saying? And Lester Martinez, he a bad boy too, man. So definitely the post for a great fight. So I'm interested to see what Lester move is gonna be next. We already know Christian and Billy, he about to fight Hamza Shiraz. So and I was hopeful to see that rematch between Christian and Billy and Lester Martinez, but they got Christian and Billy moving a different route. You know what I mean? Um, obviously, he's the Christian and Billy's the regular champion now for the WBC at 168. Now that they can strip Bud Crawford, so you got Christian and Billy defending the title. Hamza Shiraz getting his first title shot right there. You feel me? Which is like real interesting in that factor for sure. You feel me? Like you just looking at it like, damn, Turkey then got that shit right to where that boy Bud and got stripped. Now he got his man's Hamza Shiraz getting the title shot at 168 for the WBC fighting Christian and Billy. Nasty work, bro. Y'all boys better read the room in this shit, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. Dead ass, bro. Dead ass, for real. Yeah, that shit crazy though, bro, for real. So we got more news, man, to cover real quick. All right, so TKO and Zuffa, they said they're planning to launch their first boxing show January 23rd, which is the night before the first UFC show on Paramount Skydance. So you got TKO Zuffa Boxing. They gonna be having their first event January 23rd. Interesting to see what they got going. You already see a lot of movement with them, and in particular in boxing, they got a lot of like you. If y'all watched the press conference with Shakur and T.O. today, you see how they was like really prancing around those Ring Magazine belts. Yeah, I mean, they really trying to do everything in their power to eliminate the sanctioning bodies. You know what I mean? And like I said before, if y'all watched my video that I dropped yesterday talking about the belts don't matter, so I've been telling y'all that like these dudes, they just as flawed as the sanction bodies too. You know what I mean? With they Ring Magazine rankings, them rankings is trash. Like, you know what I'm saying? Them shits is like super incompetent for the sport. You know what I mean? Like shit don't be 100 for real. Like that shit is flawed because it's fueled by Turkey out the sheet. So I'm just saying in general, they ain't gonna be no fucking better in this shit, personally, in my opinion. But we'll see. But they got their first event January 23rd, man. And we'll definitely be tapped in and keeping up on more news if something pops up on this event in particular. So let's go to the next, John. All right, Carlos Adames. This was news that dropped today. Carlos Adames versus Ammo Williams on the Tiafimo versus Shakur Stevenson card. Yeah, I mean, so you got this fight. Carlos Adames, PBC guy, defending his 160-pound WBC title. We just seen Shane Mosley and Jesus Ramos fought this past Saturday for the WBC interim title, but Carlos Adames, he's staying at 160 for this fight to defend his title against Ammo Williams. We already seen, Ammo Williams in recent time, and he's been winning the last couple of fights. But we seen Infamous last year where he got sparked up and got washed by Hamza Siraj last year. You feel me? So um, this fight, to me personally, is real interesting because of that factor. You know what I mean? Because they both fought Hamza and Shiraz, and Carlos Adames, in my opinion, I feel he won that fight, but that's a whole nother story. You know what I mean? But and Emma Williams, he got watched by Hamza and Shiraz, so it ain't doing no whole triangle theory in particular, but just a little early prediction from me though. I see Carlos Adames as the better guy in this fight unless Carlos Adames come in there drained. Because I was in the impression of Carlos Adames moving up to 168, but I ain't seen nothing about him moving up to 168. Obviously, in this particular, you know what I'm saying, he stayed at 160. He about to fight Ammo Williams on the Shakur and Tio card. So definitely interesting fight though. I do like this fight, but this fight don't fare well for Ammo Williams. It doesn't fare well for him at all. It definitely don't. Let me read some of the comments. Oh, my brother Crush in the building. Make sure y'all subscribe to my brother Crush, man. My brother live every morning, man. A little bit after 6 in the morning. Coffee and donuts for grown-ups, man. Salute to my dog Crush from Philly, man. You already know the big dog from Philly, you heard. And my brother, Ohio runs boxing. You already know how we feel about that shit. Ohio does runs boxing, man. We got a champion, man. Abdullah Mason, man. He a champion out here. He the youngest world champion out here. You feel me? Ohio definitely runs boxing, man. Salute to my brother Marcus, man. Much love to my brother, man. Hope you doing good today, my dog. You already know the vibe. Hey, my boy Jay, man, he said super trash. They said Shakur #1 at 135. Shakur has yet to fight a world champion currently or X at 135. How the hell? Yeah, bro. Like, that's what I was saying. Like, the Ring Magazine ranking, bro, they got fucking Virgil Ortiz at 154. He's #1 at 154. This nigga ain't even a champion. Like, bro, that's why I said fuck that Ring Magazine ranking shit, dog. That shit flawed as hell, dog. For real. Like dead ass. Like dead ass. That shit is super flawed, bro. I promise you, super flawed, bro. Dead ass. So, all right, let's get into this conversation right here. So, big conversation of boxing right here. Boots Ennis, Virgil Ortiz Jr. Of course, they've been having a lot of back and forth with this fight for years. Now they at the table, man. Of course, it was reported by a boxing scene that they was at the table the other day speaking for 6 hours, man. 6 hours conversation talking about the fight, negotiating the fight in terms and a little bit more detail in the whole situation with these guys. And let me pull that up. All right, so formal talks. This is reported by Lance Pugmire. Salute to Lance Pugmire from Boxing Scene. He said formal talks to stage an appetizer junior middleweight bout between Virgil Ortiz and Boots Ennis. He said, according to the two officials, with familiarity of the session, it lasted 6 hours with each side presenting their positions and needs while talking through some steps to accelerate this over the next 10 days. So, this whole session with these guys talking was for 6 hours yesterday. Seeing these guys going back and forth and everything about the terms and everything. And then, of course, you got right here, of course, finalizing the bout between Ortiz and Ennis for a proposed date in March will be a tremendous Christmas present for the fight fans. And to even add more context to it as well, you got Team Ortiz and is presenting options to bring the talks closer to reality. And one individual told Boxing Scene there were times negotiations got heated, but said that that's expected considering what they are. If it was bad and had no chance, I would tell you. The individual said deals like this does not get done in a day. So you got right there reporting right here from Boxing saying that the negotiations got real heated in those 6 hours. Obviously, of course, y'all gotta understand the context. Team Virgil, like his manager, been the main person popping shit. And he's the one that's been talking about, one of the men talking about, oh, if it ain't 7 figures or better, then it ain't nothing and shit. Like, they want 10 million and everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, talking about it, it got to be on Virgil terms and stuff. Like, Virgil can do what he want to do and all of this shit. All of this little jibber jabber, like, trying to portray that A side. But then in recent time, you got Virgil this past week talking like, oh well, we haven't heard from Team Ennis. They ain't send us anything and everything. We thought y'all was the A side. Why y'all asking to send some shit when y'all was acting like y'all was the big dog? Y'all already trying to big dog Xander Zayas. Like, nah. Talk that big dog shit. We thought y'all was the guys sending the offer and being the big dog. But no, y'all ain't the fucking A side, and y'all know y'all not the A side in the situation. So y'all need to negotiate and get this damn fight done. Stop playing around, Team Virgil Ortiz Jr., man. Get the fight done, bro. This is the only fight that y'all should be scrapping for right now, man. It's a big money fight, man. Like for real. And just to add more context to the date part of the fight for as Virgil Ortiz and Boo Sanders, you already see right here, Matchroom Boxing, they got a date booked for the MGM Grand for March 28th right here. And you already see the start time, 2, 3 o'clock p.m. up there in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? So, already know, Mr. Receipts, baby. You know what I'm saying? We keeping the receipts down here. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? The receipts is here. So, Matchroom Boxing, they got a date locked in, March 28th, MGM Grand. I did hear another date. They were saying either maybe possibly a week up, March 21st, possibly. But no, this is the target date for Boost Ennis and Virgil Ortiz right here, March 28th. You see, they got the venue booked and everything. And hopefully they get this fight done. They saying possibly in the next 10 days from what they saying. That this fight should be done. So hopefully they get this fight done, man. We need this fight for sure for the 154 division. Definitely to start off, you know, 2026. No, Boo Sanders, he just fought. He fought Lima. And then, of course, Virgil Ortiz, he fought um, damn Lubin that didn't do a damn thing for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm still salty about his performance on that, but that's a whole nother story. But, you got both these guys fighting around the same time. It's only right for y'all to make a fight happen immediately with each other right now, in particular, man. And we looking forward for that fight. We gotta have that one. Gotta have that. Gotta have that for sure. Man, salute to my dog Bruce Gas. Make sure y'all subscribe to my brother Bruce Gas, man. My brother's boxing content is lit over there, man. He be doing a whole bunch of different, very segments, different shit on this channel, man. Salute to my brother Bruce Gas, man. Subscribe to my brother Bruce Gas over there, man, for sure. Yeah, so definitely. Do y'all think? Hey, y'all think? And let me ask y'all think what's it called? They going? Hey, salute to Mrs. Joette, by the way, too, real quick. Yeah, so salute to my sister, Miss Joette, man. Salute. Much blessings to you, sister. Hope you doing well. Much love, much love. Yeah. Y'all think Virgil they gonna get the fight done in 10 days? Let me ask that. Y'all think they gonna get the fight in 10 days? Let me know. You know? And if y'all ain't hit the like button, make sure y'all hit the like button, man, for sure. For sure. We working. We got a lot to talk about. We just getting started. We just getting started for real. I mean, but I think this fight definitely gonna get done. I think it's gonna get done. I'm definitely jacking this fight. I think it's gonna get done. I think it's gonna get done. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, let's move forward real quick, man. Let's move forward. I got some more. All right, where do we want to go from here? Let me go with it. We got that out of the way. All right, let's go ahead and a little confirmation too. All right, so more paperwork and more receipts. All right, so of course we was already talking about Ryan Garcia and Mario Barrios, them locked in the fight February 21st. Right here, you see TGB Promotions and Matchroom Boxing. They got T-Mobile Arena booked for February 21st. And if y'all was paying attention to the PBC event this past weekend, they interviewed Mario Barrios, and he confirmed that the fight was on with Ryan Garcia for, he didn't say the date, but he said the fight was definitely on. But here goes the paperwork, obviously right here. No, they got T-Mobile Arena booked up between TGB Promotions, a PBC promoter, and Matchroom Boxing. Of course, interested on the Matchroom Boxing aspect of it, but it'll be in conjunction with Golden Boy too. So you got all three guys that'll be working together in particular in this fight for sure. And just to add a little bit, a little juice on this, let me pull this vid up real quick. You feel me?
I'm about to cook Joe and Mario. Joe about to get cooked. It's over. Oh, not Wally? Stop it. Cooking y'all. Y'all about to get cooked.
Hey, that boy Ryan crazy, man. That boy watching footage of Mario Barrios and shit. I guess they put Mario Barrios. He put up a clip the other day, and him, working out and everything. He talking about, man, them boys gonna get cooked over there. You know what I mean? It's crazy. And um, Ryan's dad is gonna be his lead trainer for this fight, which is real interesting because Ryan's dad hasn't been his lead trainer in a while. So real interesting with Ryan having that move, having his father be the lead trainer and everything in this fight. And Mario Barrios, man, you already know. You know what I'm saying? Coming off of two draws, back-to-back draws, dog. You know what I mean? But interesting factor before we get going a little bit, dog, because we're gonna get into this conversation for some of the Haney fans. Let's get into this. All right, so Devin Haney is going to have a hard time becoming undisputed. Let's have this conversation right here. And I'm going to tell you why. Starting with this, obviously. So, obviously, Conor being in recent time in WBC, they done ranked him number one at 147 to be the mandatory. So, they or fighting the winner of Ryan Garcia and Mario Barrios. Who is Conor being signed to? He's signed to Eddie Hearn, right? So this is a whole play where I'm just going ahead and kind of elaborate. Eddie Hearn has the keys to block Devin Haney from undisputed at 147. He has the keys. He truly has the keys to block Devin Haney from undisputed. Obviously, with Conor being right here in the case with Ryan Garcia and Mario Barrios. Yes, Ryan Garcia has expressed that he do want the rematch with Devin Haney. Mario Barrios in recent time too. He even said this past Saturday, yeah, he would love to fight Devin Haney too, and become unified up and everything as well. But y'all already know WBC when they call for it, they call for it, and they try to make and push the shit happen. And Ryan, he look at the fight with Conor Ben as a big money fight, fighting Conor Ben possibly too, even if he was to take it in the UK as well. You know what I mean? Even with Devin Haney and other guys that's interested in Conor Ben, Shakur Stevenson as well, quote unquote. Shakur Stevenson, he want to fight Conor Ben. You feel me? I said, salute to my brother, no evidence, man. Salute my brother, man. You already know, man. Much love to you, man. Hope you doing well, my brother. Much love, brother. Yeah. So yeah, man. Like I said, Eddie Hearn has the keys to block Devin Haney from being undisputed, and that's in the case right here with Conor being right here. And we can even go further. So in the case right here, you got Leon Paro and Donovan. Of course, Donovan have fought Crocker twice in his last two fights, and Crocker is the champion. Who is Crocker signed with? He signed with Eddie Hearn. Right here, this is a title eliminator for Crocker's title. So whoever wins this fight is going to be the mandatory to fight Crocker. And who's to say that Eddie Hearn wouldn't make a push to get Conor Ben in the IBF rankings at 147 and try to get him to fight fucking Crocker and have Ben take the title and be champion from Crocker? Who's to say that wouldn't happen? Told you, interesting factor, bro. Eddie Hearn has the keys to keep Devin Haney for being undisputed. And those two key factors with Conor Ben and with Crocker in particular, with those two guys in particular, and then along with this title eliminator, because the person who fights this title eliminator is going to fight Crocker, which is a Hearn guy. And we can take it even a little further, but this ain't even on Eddie Hearn in particular. This a Rolly thing that he wants to do in particular. Now, we already mentioned, I've been telling y'all for a while that, Manny Pacquiao and Rolly was, looming. It was looming for a while. Of course, it was a little minute where some of the attention looked like it was drifting to it was drifting to Floyd Mayweather, but obviously, new reports. Mike Tyson came out talking about Floyd Mayweather and him probably gonna fight in Africa in March in 2026 the other day. So that kind of, a little bit off the table, a little bit it looks like. But obviously, right here you see where Eddie Hearn, he did a recent interview and he said that Rolly Romero has put in an exemption request for the WBA to fight Manny Pacquiao. And I forgot Eddie Shakran Giasov is the Eddie Hearn guy as well. And he's the mandatory for the WBA at 147 for Rolly Romero. And they said that Shakran Giasov has been waiting and waiting, and he said, we believe that the WBA should not allow the special exemption. So, but like I always tell you, money rules all. Manny Pacquiao brings money to the sport. Manny Pacquiao did 8,000, you know what I'm saying? 8,000 up there at the what they did, what they was at the MGM? Yeah, they was at the MGM, yeah. They did 8,000 at him and Barrios did 8,000 at the MGM. And the man did like what he did, like a $12 million gate. You feel me? Like, that's good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially a lot of niggas ain't even doing $1 million gates half of the damn time out here. You feel me? So, Manny Pacquiao brings money to the sport, and Rolly, he's looking for value, monetary gain, like I was speaking about Alexander Usyk in particular. I mean, the same way. Who would not want to fight the legend Manny Pacquiao? Mario Barrios did it. He didn't get the job done. It was a draw. But you got the case right here with Rolly Romero. He has more aspirations of fighting Manny Pacquiao than looking at Devin Haney because you got y'all Devin Haney fans and Bill Haney. Y'all out here calling for the fight with Rolly Romero. Rolly Romero ain't even thinking about y'all motherfuckers. Truth be told, y'all want me to even show you even more that why he ain't thinking about y'all?
Or Bill's been asking for you? Because it didn't seem like he's interested in you.
Why didn't they call me out after I beat Ryan? Why didn't they call me out directly after they beat Norman? Why did they sit down and try to play all that humble stuff? But me and Devin are never going to fight. I want nothing to do with that fight. Like I said, way back when, I believe he should go do his rematch with Ryan.
Well then, what about Manny? I mean, that's the fight that everyone's saying that You and Manny Pacquiao, which makes perfect sense, right? I think it's a humongous fight in boxing.
I mean, let's say it like this. What sounds better? Me and what's a bigger fight?
Manny.
Okay. But I mean, like, we don't even know if that's open. I mean, we don't know if that's even happening. So I don't know, man. I don't care. I go with whatever happens. If it goes this way, I go this way. If it goes that way, I go that way. I don't really care.
So there you got Rolly Romero right there. Speaking, said that which fight is a bigger fight? He obviously says Manny Pacquiao, but then he goes there and says that he don't even know if that fight may happen either for real. You feel me? That fight may not happen. Interesting factor in that for sure. You know what I'm saying? I believe that, you know what I'm saying, it's really upon that exemption right now with the WBA. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that's going to be, real interesting to read in the lines in between if the WBA accepts that exemption. Obviously, at this point, because that interview just happened just the other day with Rolly Romero, is when is this exemption going to get approved or not approved? That's the question, in particular for us, the case of Rolly Romero in the fight with Manny Pacquiao. And like I said, y'all Devin fans, y'all calling for Rolly Romero, but y'all been saying the man was trash. Y'all was saying the man ain't Devin never fight fucking Rolly Romero on that on all of that shit. Y'all pushing for the fight, and y'all calling for it, and y'all saying it's a good fight. Y'all boys, y'all just some frauds. You feel me? Y'all just some frauds. So, all right. Oh, look who pops up in there, Mister Here for Boxing, little bro. Lion? Oh, you heard me speak about Devin and you got in your feelings already. I see. Do I need to continue? Oh, Eddie Hearn is. Let me go ahead and since you're here, Mister Here for Boxing. Eddie Hearn is possibly blocking your man Devin Haney from becoming undisputed. If you were listening before, I can reiterate it to you. He can block it through Conor Ben, Crocker, obviously Giasov. You know what I'm saying? Multiple ways. Your man, your man might not become undisputed, my boy. Just a little food for thought for you. But we will continue. All right, so let's go ahead and get into these guys today, man. So Shakur Stevenson, man, Teofimo Lopez, the pressure, man. They had a launch press conference today, man. And this press conference, honestly, bro, it wasn't even that crazy to me, for real, honestly, for real. Like it wasn't even that crazy in my opinion, man. But we're gonna get to it though. Let's go ahead and pull up the clip from this John, because these boys is acting
Earlier
crazy.
you said Tio never lost his alcohol. Well, I never lost his orthodox. It ain't no different, bro.
The difference is you never fought no elite fighter.
Okay, I don't think y'all did.
Oh, so you got to show it, baby.
I don't think y'all did. I ain't
It's
seen
not on my son.
I ain't seen Lomachenko throw no punches.
You never been on a big stage like
I
this.
didn't see Lomachenko throw punches.
You never
I
been.
didn't see Lomachenko throw punches.
Because we froze on.
Okay, you want some?
You know what I want to say? I wanted to say this. I hate when Teofimo Senior and Junior keep talking about this Lomachenko shit. Like, damn, they gonna ride the hell out of that Lomachenko and Josh Taylor fight wins, dog. That shit is crazy, bro. The way they be moving and doing that shit, bro. Like that shit be real live wow. Like that'd be real live wow. And crazy part though, the crazy part with Teofimo, the man said that we always we done beat every southpaw. We ain't lost to a southpaw. Then Shakur was saying I ain't never lost to unorthodox. You feel me? Like, but let me play this one. this part of the press conference was nasty right here. Let me play this one right here, dog.
Gonna have Shakur Jigama, you know?
You said you're gonna do what?
Jigga my balls.
What? Pause, bro.
You fell
That's
for
wild,
that
bro.
shit.
Why you always doing that, bro?
To Niagara Falls.
Hey, man. The boy Tio was up there, man, on some Diddy timing up there today, dog. He was on some Diddy timing up there, man. Talk up there talking about Shakur jiggling his balls and all that. Boy was acting crazy, dog. For real, man. I don't know what's wrong with that. That's why I said, like, this press conference wasn't crazy at all. Like for them to be fighting at Madison Square Garden, it wasn't crazy. Like Teofimo Sr. had to talk and spice it up. Tio Jr., he wasn't really talking about shit for real. Obviously, he up here talking on some gay shit. And then on top of that, you got Shakur. He was just chilling in the mix, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You're weird. Deep-seated hatred for a man you never met. What's the hate about it? I just spoke about Eddie Hearn possibly blocking him from it because of you do. I mean, you probably you're definitely not the brightest mind in the world. Obviously, you do know Devin and Eddie Hearn don't fuck with each other, right? Let's start there. I'm gonna keep your comment up there too, since you want to go there. You do know Eddie Hearn and Devin Haney don't fuck with each other, right? So in the business, why Eddie Hearn's the same guy that didn't bid for his fight when he had a purse bid for Sandor Martin. Only person that bid for it was Top Rank, and the only reason why they bid for it because Sandor Martin is their guy. And what did Devin Haney do? He vacated the title. So, and then at that time, when you asked Eddie Hearn, he said the fight wasn't worth my money to spend on it. It's a fight that you would lose. And that's the reason why he didn't bid on the fight. And ask yourself, ask Devin Haney. He got Devin Haney promotions. Why they ain't bid on the fight? So that's just a deeper perspective on the relationship with Devin Haney and Eddie Hearn. They don't fuck with each other, bro. So why would he not move guys to get shots for the titles and you know what I'm saying, and the Finlay title with Crocker, you know what I'm saying, because Crocker's the Eddie Hearn guy. Why would he not make move his guys ahead of Devin Haney? And you talking about hatred? No, we just talking plain facts. You just emotional because you're a Devin Haney fan. You're a Devin Haney dick eater. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, let me pull it up for you. You know what I'm saying? You know how you got your Devin Haney starter cat. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? You're emotional. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all emotional. Y'all hear Devin Haney name, you know what I'm saying? And then y'all want to come out in the rain. We understand. It's okay. Devin Haney's a champion, man. He'll be okay. He'll be okay here for boxing, brother. He'll be all right. He's good. He had a decent performance against Brian Norman Jr. He did his thing. He's the WBO champion. Let him go ahead and find Jose Ramirez or some shit to fight. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? He might not be able to fight one of the champions. He may not become undisputed, my dog. That's all I was just putting out there in the atmosphere. But you talking about you got hatred for this man and everything? No, we up here got the receipts. We give you the receipts out here. We give you the receipts out here. You and your feelings in the comments. You only popped up in the comments when I was talking about Devin. Oh man, y'all guys are funny. All right, back to regular programming, man. Back to regular programming. Before we had to stop for the emotional Haney fan and here for boxing because he goes to channel, he hears Devin Haney name and he wants to defend Devin Haney at all costs, licking his balls and all. Huh.
Yo, this punk motherfucker throwing shit at us, man.
smell something, man. You smell something?
I definitely smell
You
something out
something?
here.
I smell pussy.
Yo, he's a
Pussy, man. Stick his ass.
Ah, man. Funny guys, man. All right. Let's continue. Oh, man. Wow, man. Funny guys.
Scheduled for the Ring Magazine.
God gifted. It's my time. God gifted. It's my time. It's my time. I've been waiting on this forever. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Now you gotta prove it. Oh, you gonna see.
The prize is right up here. The prize is right up here.
We stay working. You can't fight for him. I fight for him. You can't fight for you neither. I don't care. I don't need him. I don't need him. He in trouble. That comes from a different breed, baby.
Hey, man. Hey, I find it real funny. You see how they prance around on Ring Magazine belts? Have y'all seen the press conference earlier, dog? Like Teofimo Senior, he threw up the WBO belt. Old boy, you know what I'm saying, with the hat. Old boy that, you know what I'm saying, CEO of Ring Magazine. He looked at Teofimo Senior like, nigga, what the fuck you putting that belt up there for? Nigga, this the ring belt. We ain't fucking with that shit. Hey, yeah. That boy looked at him crazy, like, what the fuck you putting that WBO belt up there, man? The fuck this only the ring belt. We ain't fuck with them sanctioned body belts up here, man. That ass, bro. Hey, that shit had me crying, man, for real. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You see Shakur, man, talking about this his time and shit, this his stage and everything. Man, what y'all think about this fight, man? Let me know in the comments, man. Like, they got this fight at the Madison Square Garden, right? You know what I mean? This fight is at Madison Square. And I'm like, ugh. It's tough, bro. Like, cause we of course, us being us, we gonna pose the question of, are they going to sell out Madison Square Garden? That's the question. Will they sell out Madison Square Garden? And I'm just looking at it like, I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah. Bye. Bye here for boxing. Bye bye. Yeah, I'm done with him. Back to regular schedule programming. This my thing. I don't see these guys selling out the Madison Square Garden. I don't think their names are big enough. That's just my personal opinion. I ain't hating on them at all. You feel me? I ain't hating on them. I just don't believe they are big enough to sell out Madison Square Garden. And I don't even give a damn if the undercard is crazy. Of course, they announced Carlos Adames fighting Ammo Williams on the undercard, obviously. But you feel me? These guys, yeah, I don't see it. I just don't see it, man. I really don't see it. And it has to the entertainment factor of the fight, like my man Lee Jackson is saying, right? He said, I hope this fight be more entertaining than that press conference because the press conference was dry. It was mid as hell. You know what I mean? Teofimo Senior was the main person talking. Like he was the main person talking for real. Shakur wasn't even talking that much for real, honestly. Teofimo Lopez Jr., he wasn't even talking much. So that's what I was saying. Like the press conference was definitely lackluster for sure. And then just to add even more context, like my brother J Man said, They talk about these tickets already, you know what I'm saying? They went on, pre-sale today. They talk about these nosebleeds up to 750 up to a band. Like, yeah, they said these tickets is definitely high as hell for this fight. And with that being the case, though, it just shows you that the mentality that Turkey and them have, they have a mentality thinking that this fight is going to be a big fight and it's going to draw a lot of fans. Both of these guys are East Coast guys, and they should be able to sell out, Madison Square Garden. That's where they're looking at it. They thinking that they're going to be able to sell this shit out. So we're going to put these high prices out. Watch, you're going to see the tickets of this fight drop lower and lower as the fight goes because a lot of people's not going to be buying that shit. And you got to look at the timing too. January 31st, the next day is rent dues. I mean, unless you pre-plan it and you buy it now, but right now it's Christmas time right now. A lot of people shopping and stuff. A lot of people got bills and stuff that they paying and everything, and then New Year's Eve popping up. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, in a bigger perspective, a lot of people may not be wanting to buy these high ass tickets at this point right now. You just gotta think of the timing of and the price that y'all putting out there. The timing of it is you're in the holidays and y'all trying to take motherfuckers up top. It's the holidays right there, bruh. Like a lot of people ain't gonna be willing to spend $1,000 to sit in the nosebleeds in the Madison Square Garden to see Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson. That's just truth be told. And that just shows you just like Turkey don't know the market. He don't know how the game moves as far as the money. He's just spending money and he's just losing this shit. And me and Jack Queen Boxing, we did read the room last week where we were speaking about Turkey Al Sheikh, where right now, Saudi Arabia with their PIF fund, they have their PIF fund on hold right now, as far as any future investments right now currently because they got a big investment in that EA Sports deal right now, and they said they got to put their cash on hold with that deal because that deal ain't all the way 100% went through. You know what I mean? And we just seen that, Netflix, they just purchased Warner Brothers. The PIF fund, they was then running to buy Warner Brothers as well. And they didn't end up buying Warner Brothers because they got so much money tied into that EA Sports deal right now currently. So, and that's why me and Jad Queen Boxing on Read the Room, if y'all watched it on her channel last week, where we posed a question, what would happen if Turkey Al Sheikh, if they pull their money away from Saudi Arabia, I mean from boxing, like what would happen if they did pull the money away? I don't see it happening, you know what I'm saying? In retrospective, honestly, right now at the at currently current base, but what would happen in case? I think boxing would be good in my opinion because all the promotional companies they doing their own thing in retrospect. Even with the ones that are currently as well. So what I'm saying, just an interesting factor. But like I was saying, Turkey Al Sheikh, he don't know the market of the business in boxing as far as these fights and stuff. In particular, yeah, you got two East Coast guys fighting in Madison Square Garden, but at the same time the timing of the fight, January 31st, you got tickets on sale right now during the holidays, bills due coming up, all of that shit, you feel me? Like it just poses for a fight that I feel, in my opinion, probably is possibly gonna flop. Another turkey card possibly flopping in the case. You know what I mean? And this is gonna be a pay-per-view fight too, by the way. This is pay-per-view. So interesting factors in this fight and the entertainment factor. Both of these guys counter punches. Who is going to step in this fight? That's the question I ask. Who gonna step first in this fight? Both of these guys like to fight on their back foot half of the damn time. So who gonna step in this fight? I expect Tio to be the one to step, but Shakur, he already the guy that already said that he wasn't gonna fight the same way that he fought, what I'm saying, in his last fight with Zepeda. So he already kind of saying that he gonna fight his fight. You know what I mean? But he talking like he gonna be on some killer shit with it too, like he gonna step at the same time too. You know what I mean? So it, that this fight, they better bring it. They gotta bring it entertainment wise. And I'm gonna tell you this right here. If they have lackluster performances in this fight, it's gonna be a problem for boxing. It's gonna be a big problem in boxing if this fight is lackluster. Real shit. Like it better not be a lackluster fight. They gotta bring it. Shakur, you gotta bring some offense to the table. Don't be sitting there, being on defense all night. It- we need to see y'all hit a little bit in this shit, man. For real. We need to see some motherfucking leather on leather in this fight. That's just the fact of the matter, dog. Real talk. So, interesting factor over those guys right there for sure into that fight. Um, what the, I was over looking at it like, let me read some of your comments. Salute to Dr. Mark in the building, man. Salute to my brother, Dr. Mark. Make sure y'all subscribe to Dr. Mark, man, on his channel, man. Salute to my brother, Dr. Mark, the OG. That boy David Lynch, D Lynch, salute to D Lynch. He said, ain't nobody going to see the battle of the B-side bitches. Sweet and sugar. Salute to my dog D Lynch. Hey, yeah, you already know they on B-side time, but dog. You already know the vibes with that, man. So, all right, man. I ain't recap these fights from last week, dog. So we go ahead and go through these joints, man, real quick. You feel me? Let's go ahead and go through them, obviously, from this past weekend, man. PBC, um, fight week was well, I can say, with PBC with the Pitbull Cruz and Lamont Rose card. Of course, Janet Beck popping dirty, nasty work. That definitely, fucked the vibes up for the week, obviously. And and then, cool boy Steph, I'm definitely was upset with him. Super upset with him. Like I was super upset with cool boy Steph, you know, being overweight. Like, bro, you moving up from 126 and you're fighting at 130 and you come in 2 pounds overweight. Couldn't make it on both tries. Then you go into the fight and you put on a pure shit show. You feel me? Like, so it was just upsetting to see, that those two incidents, and then they rewarded them with, a WBC title eliminator for 135. Took away the shit from Javier Herrera, which got ordered, earlier in the week, last week from the WBC to have a WBC title eliminator with Ricardo Nunez, and gave it to Foster and Foden, and we see the results. Of course, Foden he got his ass whooped flat out. Got his ass whooped, man, flat out. So start off on this recast from these fights real quick, man. Let me put it. Let me find it. Damn, yeah, where I started at. All right, here we go.
Honestly, no. I feel like
Hold on. Wrong one. Wrong John. Oh, matter of fact, no. My bad. I gotta do something real quick. No, let's play. I ain't done with Shakur real quick. Let's play this shit from Shakur with
I do
Ron.
have you beat
I
him.
will whoop your ass.
Bro, I'll
will
pop
whoop
that,
your
that,
ass.
that gap right back
All
in
my
that mouth.
life, all
I'll
my
have you
life,
looking like a
all my
saber
life, I
gap
will
tooth
whoop
tiger.
your ass.
Oh my god,
I
I'll do
will
you
whoop
dirty.
your
Bro,
ass.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
You
Hey,
suck.
hey,
You
no,
lost
hey,
to
if I have you though,
You
you
lost
though.
to Rolly.
Oh my, here we go.
I
Hey,
don't care.
not the same
You
fighter.
lost to Rolly.
Hey, not the same fighter.
You
Not the
lost
same. Hey,
to
when I put a
Rolly.
beat on you,
You
what are you gonna
lost to
say? When I
Rolly.
put a beat on you, what are you gonna
I
say?
watched. I was
Hey,
there.
no, when I put a beat on you. When I'm talking about you, you got no power. You got no power.
And you lost, and you
Okay,
still
say
scared
less.
of him to this day.
Hell no, you, bro. I'm gonna knock that gap right back in your mouth. I'm gonna knock that gap into your mouth again. Hey, you fix the teeth. You fix the teeth, but I'm gonna knock that right back in. I'm gonna put you bam, bam.
It's Shakur's time right now. Let's
Hey, salute to my brother T Hill in the building, man. Salute to my brother, man. Hey, you see that boy? That boy Shakur talking about you lost the Rolly. You lost the Rolly. You see how these dudes be down playing Rolly? You see how they be down paying Rolly? That should be nasty working 4K, dog. And then you hear Ryan shit talk about shit. He had knocked his teeth back loose and shit. Like that was nasty work. That boy Shakur acting a little brand new, man, since he got his teeth, dog. He been acting a little brand new since he got these teeth, dog. Talking about he beat Ryan ass. This is shit that y'all Shakur fans, y'all gotta gotta pond this man. He be saying he be stepping, he a killer and all of this shit, and then you know what I'm saying? When it comes to the ring, we don't be seeing that shit, dog. That's just me personally, no cap. You know what I'm saying? Fought well against the Pater, all credit in that one. You know what I mean? But he said he ain't willing to fight that same style. But I found this real interesting among Shakur, though, with this clip right here,
Tired
though.
of you sugarcoating that shit. I'm that guy, though.
Yeah.
I'm the guy.
What's the guy? What is the guy?
I'm the guy. I'm the guy that's gonna put asses in seats, the views, nigga. Everybody gonna tune into my fights. If we could act like T.O. is the A side of this fight just because he got the belt.
Yeah.
Let's pretend because you got the belt, and I'm coming to challenge you for your belt.
That's what it is right now.
But truthfully, is he the A side?
Like
I'm the bigger fighter, bro.
Popularity.
I'm the guy, bro. Like I'm the guy, and after I beat him, bro, I'm the face, bro.
Face box, face.
I don't want to hear him, bro. I don't want to hear
face. That's a are you face of that? Man. It depends how you beat him. The how matters.
Bro,
I agree.
Anywhere I go on the planet, bro, everybody knows Shakur. Yeah. I go anywhere on the planet, bro. Niggas, Shakur. Oh, can I take a picture? I'm the guy, bro.
Hold on, does that happen to you a lot? Like
everywhere, bro.
You outside, yo.
Niggas could sit there and act in front. And you know, like social media try to spin a narrative like, oh, I'm the guy, bro. I'm the guy. I with the old and with the new. I'm the guy.
Yeah. But you know to beat the
Hey man, come on. Hey, all right, come on now. Shakur, walk with me, talk with me. You are not the guy if you beat Teofimo Lopez. If Teofimo Lopez beats you, he ain't the damn guy. Yes, this is a legacy fight among you guys in particular because of the names of the era for sure. This is definitely Shakur's biggest name to date. So, and Tio, he done fought Lomachenko. He done fought a guy that was, elite already. So I'm just saying, with Shakur saying that he's the face of boxing after being Teofimo Lopez is bullshit because the numbers don't stand behind it. This is your first main event pay-per-view, my nigga. I'm just saying, you got to read the room. You are not that guy like that. You was the main, you was the main event, whatever with fucking Berlanga and Hamza Shiraz, and y'all didn't sell that shit out at the tennis court in New York. Niggas was buying tickets that day. I'm just saying, Shakur, bro, like you are not the face of boxing just because of you say so. Because if you beat this dude Teofimo Lopez, you claim yourself to that. That and you talking like everybody know you, bro. It don't. You had people walking out on you in New Jersey, in your hometown. When you fought in Vegas on that Thursday night, when you fought De Los Santos, you had a whole dead arena in there. It was half filled. It wasn't even half filled. Damn there was like 25% of the damn capacity in there when you fought in Vegas. And you put on this shit show performance fighting there with De Los Santos on top of that. So I'm just saying you can't grant yourself the guy because you beat Teofimo Lopez. You are not nowhere near the face of boxing, bro. Stop playing. Like, stop playing. That's just stupid. It's just stupid to even say that, bro. Y'all think because the fucking tank ain't active right now, yeah, y'all can go ahead and claim that shit? No, that's not how that shit works. We, the people, the fans, we give that fucking tank. We give you that crown. And you ain't that. Shit, your big brother ain't even that. So that shit's just stupid, bro. Like that's just nasty work to even say that shit, bro. That's just straight cat, man. Straight
Stop the
cat.
cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
Gotta stop the cat, man. Gotta stop the cat. Salute to my sister, Sexy Kendra in the building. Salute, sister. Salute. You already know the vibes. All right, so let's go ahead and get back to recapping the PBC event right here, man. We're gonna start with obviously let's just go over a little bit some of the early fights. I ain't going got the footage for all of them in particular, but like I said before, PBC event um definitely was no dope event. Definitely love when PBC back in boxing and they doing their thing and being active, and it was a well needed event. Of course, you had the first couple fights with Nunez and Sosa. That was a good fight in the prelim. The prelims was lit. I ain't gonna lie, the prelims was lit. I enjoyed the prelims with Nunez and Sosa. That was a good fight. The Robert Valenzuela fight with Isaac Lucero. That was a banger. Lucero, he, you know, definitely did his thing at 154. You know what I'm saying? Winning in that fight for sure. And as well, gotta talk about my dog. Y'all already know, man. Y'all gotta talk about my dog, man. Let's- Let me pull the footage, man. We gotta roll the tape.
So Frank Martin breaking through in the fourth round. And there it is! Mamma mia! One hitter! Quitter! Are you kidding me? The ghost!
Man, oh Martin, man. Frank Martin cooked that boy. Cooked that boy. And crazy part in this fight, yeah, I was like watching this fight out, like starting off, I was kind of wary a little bit of Rance's reach. And of course, Frank Martin, he kept bending his he was bending his head low at certain points where he was getting hit with a couple shots for Rances and everything. So I was a little wary of that in particular, but Frank was definitely maneuvering very well, setting up great shots, you know and great angles on, setting great traps and everything. He definitely did his thing, man, and definitely proud of my boy Frank, man. I'm glad he got that win. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people had some people had Rances beating him, man. I ain't have him beating losing to no damn Rances now. I thought he was gonna win by decision. I didn't even think Frank was gonna stop Rances, honestly, in my opinion, but he got the job done, stopped him in the fourth round. You know what I mean? And he moves on, man. And kind of interesting with my boy, man. With my boy, uh, check this clip out right
What was
here.
your reaction to Frank's knockout?
Man, it was a great knockout, great comeback fight, and for him to put it on the top of the show, he put in the weight division at 140, which is the new weight division. I don't know. Hopefully, Richard hits the next. We'll see.
So you got Earl Spence, man, the biggest man. He was up. He poured up, his guy Frank Martin right there, and he said, "Shit, definitely a great knockout, great look, man. He looked good with Buddy McGirt, in his first fight, training him and everything, and said that hopefully they can get Richardson Hitchens next." That's words from Earl Spence right there. And just to add a little juicy context to what was being said, and that uh, Richardson Hitchens, you know, he talked about Earl gassing that man Frank Martin up and talking about all the fans gassing Frank Martin up and everything, right? And then he says, "I'll beat the fucks out of Frank Martin right here, right?" And then Frank Martin, he responds. He said, "Quit doing all that lame ass talking and let's make the fight happen, tough ass dude." And then you got Africa. He said, "I'm the face of the division." And one guy says, "Why these niggas keep calling you out?" Right here. So, and, and then a little context with Frank Martin right here. Tito Mercado, he did an interview with Cigar Talk, and he asked him about Frank Martin, and Tito said that they got in contact with Frank's team, and they Frank is soft, and he ducked the fight, and then you see at the bottom right there, Frank Martin said, "This motherfucker cap as fuck." So Tito McCardle right here, he up there talking like that boy wasn't calling it Doug Smoke from him, man. Frank, he calling that shit cat, man. He calling that shit cat. And with Richards and Hitchens and Frank Martin, of course, that shit don't look like it's gonna materialize because we just had this today. You got Richards and Hitchens. They was at the Shakur fight. Richards and Hitchens and Keyshawn Davis, both of them. And you got both of these guys agreeing to fight each other first quarter of 2026, man. And we got the clip. Let me play that clip.
Ever in my life, I've never been dropped. Can he say the same?
Facts.
Ask Keyshawn, have you ever been dropped?
Keisha, have you been dropped?
Ask him. I'm gonna leave it alone like him. Have you been dropped?
Yeah, I've been dropped,
Okay,
man.
now he
I've been
on.
dropped.
Now
I done got back up.
Now he's
Now
on.
I'm here again. We better fight in Norfolk. Okay,
I just
against
agreed
your
to
bum
it.
ass.
Okay.
Okay, so we agree to March. Is the March happening in March?
No, I can't agree, Mark.
June?
I'm gonna fuck you up. I promise you my life you ain't fucking me up, nigga. Let's do it, nigga. Let's do it, nigga. Let's do it, nigga.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
We about to put that shit back. Go, I'm out. You know I can back it up.
No, it's good. It's good. You guys sold it. You guys sold it. You guys
I
sold
promise
it.
you my life. Everybody real shit. Yeah.
He probably is, but I'm gonna fuck you
I
up,
promise
bro.
you my life.
Yeah, I know.
I swear to my life.
I know.
I swear to my life. You can't fuck me up. You
shine
a
it up.
nigga in the boxing ring.
You shine it,
This
champ.
fight gonna be big. This
You
fight
shine
gonna
it,
be
champ.
big. It's
You
gonna be
shine
real.
So you got those boys going back and forth and shit, going crazy and everything. I, hey, I like the fight. You know what I'm saying? And should it materialize? It possibly may materialize. You know what I mean? Eddie Hearn, he was there saying that it's a fight that definitely could be made for sure. Hey, but I do like Africa and Frank though. I like Africa and Frank for sure, for sure. I ain't gonna hold you. Like Africa and Frank, good ass fucking fight. Good ass fight. You heard my boy J Man. He said Africa versus Frank, a good fight. Facts. Facts plus tax, my dog. You know what I mean? And then my boy D Lynch, he said Frank working with Buddy McGirt paying off. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Definitely. I definitely I love what I seen from Frank, man. Definitely. I'm hoping I can get Frank on the channel. That's what I'm working on. I'm working on that right now. You know what I mean? The Jag Clay, my sister, she said, "What the fuck? Delirium is a disease." Yeah, so and then Sexy Kendra said she said they both capping. Hey, so J Man said that's a 50-50 fight. Yeah, yeah, man. Keyshawn, Richards and Hitchens, I like the fight. I like the fight. I think Keyshawn will bring the fight out of Africa for real. So I like what it poses. Keyshawn ain't afraid to step. You know what I mean? Africa, he's a counter puncher too. You know what I'm saying? He try to be on this skillful boxing shit. You feel me? But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you could step against Cambosis, but you ain't gonna be able to step easy against Keyshawn Davis or Frank Martin. You ain't gonna be able to step on them boys. You know what I mean? And he better make one of these fights happen. That's all I'm gonna say in general, as far as Richard the Hitchens. Because I'm tired of seeing this man talk about he wanted to fight this guy. Richard the Hitchens, he another dude that's just pitching for big fights right now. That's just the fact of the matter. And speaking of Richard the Hitchens, by the way, Richardson Henson looked like he's back with Matchroom Boxing. You see him in the picture right here with Eddie Hearn and Keith Conley, his manager. And you see the caption of it saying, "Back together, 2026 will be huge year, more millions and mega fights." Team Hitchens, right there from Richard and Hitchens himself, man. So it look like Richard and Hitchens is back with Matron, and we'll see how they how that shit work out, man. We'll see how that shit work, dog. But I want to see Africa in one of those fights with Keyshawn or fucking Frank. It better be, hey, or both. Hey, you heard my sister. She said you gonna have to fight Keyshawn and Frank. Hey, both for sure. Like we want to see some fights from Africa, man. We want to see that man active, man. Like it's some killers at 140 and shit. Hey, even along with my dog Lee Jackson, he said I want to see Frank versus Keyshawn. Hey, I want to see that too. I want to see all that shit, man. All these guys got storylines among each other. Y'all made Africa and Keyshawn don't fuck with each other. Frank and Keyshawn don't fuck with each other. Hey, make it happen. Let's get these fights. I'm for the matchups. I don't give a fuck if the belt is on the line or not. I'm for the matchups. If the belt is on the line, yeah, I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? It makes great will, you know what I'm saying, for the fight. But I'm all for the matchups, man. For the matchups that make sense, it's gonna make money, baby. And these the fights that's gonna make some money right here, man. They're gonna be able to make some money, man, for sure. But you gotta be smart with the marketing and everything too. All right, so let's go ahead and get all right. So back to the card. Let's go ahead and play the next John. Salute to Frank Martin on the win, by the way. You know what I'm saying? And let's get to this next one. Which is I wasn't crazy about this John. Yeah, salute to my dog Zoom verse. Salute, brother. You already know the vibes, man. Peace and blessings to you as well, my dog. Hope all is well with you, bro, for sure. Yeah, man. Jesus Ramos, Shane Mosey Jr. wasn't crazy about the fight, 100%. Wasn't too crazy about it, honestly. I felt Jesus Ramos was leaving food on the table. He ain't, you know what I'm saying, step in the fight how I expected him to for real, honestly. I thought he was gonna step and stop Shane Mosley. And I felt he had opportunities to stop Shane Mosley, but he ain't put his foot to the pedal on the fight. Which is I was kind of like a little zoned out about his performance for real. Didn't really like Jesus Ramos' performance 100%. Shane Mosley, all credit to him, he was in there. Definitely stayed in there and he was fighting for sure. But that fight wasn't liking it. Didn't like that fight, man. Wasn't feeling it. And I'm a fan of Jesus Ramos. I fuck with Jesus Ramos, man, but I don't know what he was doing on that fight. That shit was just trash for real. Like from him, man. I expected a lot more from him. But obviously, Jesus Ramos, he gets the win by decision over Shane Mosley Jr. And now he's the WBC interim champion at 160. And of course, I mentioned earlier, Emma Williams defending the regular WBC title versus Emma Williams, January 31st on Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez undercard, which we talked about that earlier already. So let's go and get to the next one real quick.
Replacement Gonzalez, who actually was staggered. So wait a minute, some drama. And Laura saving the best for last. Drops Gonzalez for the second time in the fight.
7.
And it's a wake in the crowd here in San Antonio.
Good?
Gonzalez just beats the count, but at least Laura leaving. Late replacement.
Yeah, man. All right, so of course, Laura, he got the win over Johan Gonzalez, which I was expecting Laura to stop Johan Gonzalez, honestly, because Johan Gonzalez, he lost last year. He fought 3 times last year, and he lost to Eunice Telez and he lost to Jesus Ramos. He got stopped by both of them guys. So I was expecting Laura to possibly stop Johan Gonzalez, but he ain't stopping. They went all 12. He won by unanimous decision. Johan Gonzalez, he survived in that motherfucker there with Laura. I mean, and Laura just looked like his 42 self, man. He definitely looked like he was 42 in there, man. I don't think he would have beat Janet back, man. Looking at him in that performance, man. I'm way glad he ain't fight that man that lightweight down for real, because I think Janet back probably would have got that one. I ain't gonna lie to you, but Laura's performance wasn't crazy to me either, for real. You know what I mean? Honestly. But salute to Laura, and interested to see what he does next. If he gonna come back and try to unify over Carlos Alves, gets past Ammo Williams. You know what I mean? Got interesting factors for Laura if he continues to want to continue his career in boxing as well. So let's get to the next one. Obviously, the co-main, Cool Boy Foster, man. Uh, man, just a flat out shutout from my boy Ashaki Foster, man. Salute to Ashaki Foster, man. Going in there and handle business. Obviously, even with the circumstances with Cool Boy coming weighing at 132 and stuff, and he was supposed to defend his title at 130 for the WBC. And, Cool Boy fucked that up. But like I said, he got rewarded with the title eliminator, you know what I mean, for 135 for Shakur's title, you feel me? And looking at it, in retrospect, that boy pitched a total shutout against Cool Boy, man. Cool Boy, he really upset me with this shit. His stock really went super low after this weekend. Super low after this weekend. And I don't know where Cool Boy gonna be able to go from here for real. You know what I mean? Like I just don't know where he goes now. He PVC gonna have they gonna probably definitely be like, yeah, you gonna have to chill and get your shit together, bro, because that shit this weekend wasn't it, man. We had to holler at the WBC to make it a title eliminator and everything to clean this shit up and make it look even better, and you still put on a shit performance. Pure shit show from Cool Boy. Like, salute to Shocky Foster. All credit to him, man. All credit for him. You know what I mean? All credit to Shocky Foster for sure, man. And Shocky Foster. Let's get into that portion of the conversation real quick, because it was some nasty work that we didn't say. So, Shocky Foster, he's talking with Shakur Stevenson on Twitter, talking about blah blah. You next, don't run nowhere, chump. And Shakur, he says, I put because he was responding to Shakur saying that he put 12K on Foster whole ass right there, right? And then Shakur, he said, "Oh, I'm so scared." And he responded to Shocky, right? And then, of course, Najee, he makes this point saying that how he feels about fighting Ray, Shakur feels about fighting him. I don't think Shakur fight will happen right away. Well, y'all already know, obviously know Najee. He been on this, real Shakur fan little train in recent time, and it's been showing really more evident as time go along, obviously. But I wanted to play this right here real
Y'all
quick.
look at bro like some kind of cold ass second coming of Floyd, but everybody around him, he know in his mind what happened in the gym with me and him several times.
Hold up. But
And
what do you? Because you said that on Twitter too. But when you saying what happened in the gym, you just saying like belt the ass and sparring? Is that what you
man,
saying?
it was a time where why you think he moved to Houston? He wasn't staying in Houston. They was doing their camp somewhere else. That summer he was fighting, what's the guy in the bubble he fought? He stopped him with the body shot. He came to see me before that. Literally, bro, we were sparring every day. I was going to the clubs. I was out there all night. Fast forward, bro, that heat got on his ass. So you know it's hot down here. That humidity get hot. Belt to ass. He got ran out the gym, and this was a Friday.
Hold up. Ran out the gym is crazy, Shock. I ain't gonna lie.
He ran out the ring. He didn't want no more. I was putting it on him that day. He do like smoke. I can say that. The next day they were supposed to fly out. He called me and we get another session in. You know
he
what
want
I
his
mean?
lick back. Like
he trying to get it back. And even when his people come in, they laughing, joking about it. They like, man, you put it on. He couldn't sleep. You know what I mean? And it's like, hey, I didn't take it no way, but I knew he was gonna try to come with pressure. He did. He tried. He had K on the FaceTime because I guess he couldn't be there in person while we sparring.
Yeah.
First 4 rounds it went the same way, tit for tat, and then it went back to the same. You know what I mean? The same old. You know what I
mean? Speaking of Dodgy right there, you know what I'm saying? Bringing up that clip right there from Ashaki right there, talking about he done ran Shakur out of the ring. You know what I'm saying? Sparring the man. Ah man, I love this shit. I love this shit. I love pulling out the receipts for y'all, so y'all can see a lot of this shit clear, man. And just read the room, man. Y'all gotta read the room in this shit, man. I'll continue to say this to y'all. So here come Raymond Ford talking about duck talk. Um, Oh, yeah. Right before talking about Doug Talk, stop making excuses for him. This shit been marinating before he tried to bring Curry in. It don't make sense to go fight Curry and then move back down the way. Why not get me out the way first since I've been talking for 2 years and then go up and do whatever he want? Responding to salute to my boy Dream More Water. He said, I mean, Ray, you can't be mad at him for going after the bigger accomplishment, which is I mean, the fact of the matter, this nigga Ray Ford ain't even in the top 3, and a lot of the changer bodies at 130. Eddie Hearn don't give a damn about Raymond Ford. Eddie Hearn ain't pushing for Raymond Ford to fight Oshaki Foster. They got Raymond Ford going to the damn IBF. So if you wanted to fight Oshaki Foster, you would be going to the WBC, and you're not even campaigning at the WBC for real. You're campaigning at the IBF, my nigga. So pipe down and your ass back. Then you got Shakur Stevenson right here. He said, it's all good, Sad, because he won't get an opportunity with me until he fights you. That WBC shit don't move me. Shakur is crazy. You hear that boy? That boy talking like like his big brother, man. Talking about the WBC shit don't move me. So now Shakur don't give a fuck about the WBC now? That's crazy. That's nasty work right there. So Shakur don't care about the WBC now. All because of Shocky Foster is mandatory now, right? And he's fighting for the WBO and Ring Magazine belt against Teofimo Lopez. And don't get it twisted. I'm not pushing Oshaki Foster on fighting Shakur Stevenson, and particularly because of the fact that Shakur does have a fight with Teofimo Lopez, and he got to get through that fight. But Oshaki has all right because now he is the mandatory. So after that fight, shit, WBC gonna be want to know what's up, and they damn sure gonna be looking at this tweet of Shakur Stevenson. Gonna be looking like, oh, you said what? Oh, we don't care if you beat Teofimo Lopez. What you doing? We ordering this fight with you and Oshaki Foster. You got to defend that strap, or we stripping you. And of course, Stevenson being little brother to Bud Crawford, he gonna definitely make the same move and say fuck the WBC and fuck with the damn WBO and the damn ring belt if he was to beat Teofimo Lopez. Like he's not going to fight O'Shaquie Foster. I'm going to tell you that right now. Shakur Stevenson will not fight O'Shaquie Foster. He will vacate the WBC before he does so. I'm telling you this right now. Yeah, remember this to this day right here that Shakur Stevenson will not fight O'Shaquie Foster. I guarantee that. I'm guaranteed that. Y'all let me know if y'all believe the same thing and if I'm bugging. You know what I'm saying? If my logic is off. Because that's just my logic. I read the room. A lot of other boxing fans don't read the room in this shit. You feel me? And Ashaki Foster, right here gets a response right here from Ray Ford talking about he tagging Ray Ford. Yeah, I mean he tagging Ashaki Foster said, you gotta see me, you gotta come see Big Sad first. Responding off of Shakur's tweet, right? And then you got Shock said, shut the fuck up, Goofy. Just say you scared. All these excuses for the birds. 7 consecutive title appearances. Ain't nobody on your resume fucking with me, and you know that. And that Shakur, he was saying that then after you beat him, he got 3 losses. He worked at McDonald's. That's the guy who gives me my Big Mac and fries. Y'all getting out of hand. You know what I mean? And that's Shakur, that's Ashaki responding to Shakur right there. Talking crazy, talking about Ashaki gonna be working at McDonald's after he lose to Raymond Ford. Nasty work. Nasty work. Like, yeah, when y'all gonna get sick of this brotherly love shit for Shakur Stevenson, dog? Like, y'all be caring that this dude be tricking these dudes out their spots. Like, I'm real curious of that. Like, Shakur literally in 4K is tricking dudes out of their spots. He tried to be friends with Oshagi Foster. He tried to be friends with Abdullah Mason. You know what I mean? He's friends with Raymond Ford. He's friends with Keyshawn Davis. Even so much that where Keyshawn Davis just signed with Jay Prince and his 2 brothers to be managed under Jay Prince and Josh Dubin. And they fighting at the same division now because Shakur is fighting at 140 still. Like just tricking these dudes out of their spots, out of their position, and having these dudes be up under his armpit like a damn deodorant of degree. The shit be nasty work to see that shit in 4K for real. And then some of y'all Shakur fans, y'all be cool with that shit. That shit be lame as hell for real. You heard my nigga Abdullah. Hey, Ohio runs boxing shit. You know what I mean? Abdullah said, hey, only brothers I ain't fighting is my blood brothers. Shakur and them dudes ain't my brothers. They ain't exempt from fighting. I won't smoke with all them guys. Keyshawn, Shakur, all them. Abdullah ain't on none of that brotherly love shit. We don't do that shit on Ohio, man. You feel me? Trying to trick these dudes out their game, man. Our boys better wake up and smell the motherfucking coffee on this shit, dog, with this boy Shakur, man. That boy Shakur be moving weird out here with this brotherly love shit. Real talk. That shit be weird. So, and then you got a series of tweets right here for Shakur right here talking about Oshagi Foster right here, talking about Zapata would beat him. Facts. And I said what I said now. Tell that hating ass nigga to come to 135 where he got 2 losses already against bums. He's taking advantage of a natural 122 pounder. This shit don't impress me. I knew the strategy behind this move for real, for real. Nice little bank on this little hating ass nigga. This is Shakur the night of the fight talking about Ashaki Foster after Ashaki Foster then beat Stephen Fulton. Said he taking advantage of a natural 122 pounder. Shakur, Cool Boy was coming for 126, my nigga. He wasn't coming for 122. You said that he a natural 122 pounder, and then the man then fucking was overweight, missing weight by 2 pounds for 130. Like, like Shakur, you have no logic. Like, like Like, this, like that's stupid logic right there. Shakur don't be knowing what the fuck he be talking about, dog. And just to add a little bit more context to my boy Ashaki, he said if you really want to make shit happen, put yourself in position to where they had no choice but to fight or duck. One thing about me, I'm not finna do too much talking or begging. I'm gonna put in work. I'm gonna fight whoever to make that shit happen. These dudes just be chatting. That's word from Ashaki Foster, and I'm rocking with him on that. And he put himself in position with him being mandatory. So, Teofimo Lopez, Shakur, they got their fight. It'll be interesting to see what the WBC end up doing with Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez in that case, for sure. You know what I mean? And he definitely right. You put himself in position to fight this motherfucker or duck him, just similar to like David Benavidez. He was the mandatory for Canelo for all them years, for 3 years, and for the WBC, and the WBC never mandated that fight for David Benavidez. And he put himself in position for Canelo to duck his ass, and that's exactly what Canelo fucking did. You know what I mean? And speaking of my boy David Benavidez, by the way, just to add a little bit more context to David Benavidez, here's the paperwork for T-Mobile Arena being locked in by TGB Promotions and Matchroom Boxing right here for May 2nd. You got May 2nd, Cinco de Mayo weekend. Of course, the fight's been reported with, David Benavidez and Zerto Ramirez fighting on that day. They taking over that Mexican holiday. You know what I mean? On May 2nd right there. So just a little context right there. Of course, Donald Ramirez, he has a fight in January 16th, I believe, against Robert Safer. He get through that fight. It's basically just a little showcase fight, touch-up fight, just to see how he feel after his injury. He get through that fight, then he'll be fighting David Benavidez on May 2nd on Cinco de Mayo weekend, man. So little context right there with David Benavidez, speaking about David Benavidez's name, by the way. And let's go ahead and get to the main shit with Mr. Lamar Roach, man. Mr. Lamar Roach. Oh, all right. Before we go there, let me play this real
Wait
quick.
for the good fighter, shot.
He the dollar store version of Shakur. That's it. Like, that's it. That boy ain't he. I bet I could. I promise you. I swear to you, bro. When I do finally put pause on him, y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. For sure.
Woo!
For
I
sure.
like the energy shot.
Now, hey, that boy said that boy Raymond Ford is the dollar store version of Shakur Stevenson, dog. Hey, I'm crying. Hey, that's nasty word, dog. Nasty word. And that clip right there is from last year, from 2024, from Wasaki Foster speaking about Raymond Ford right there. That ain't a recent clip, by the way, just to add context. I mean, that's how that boy Shocky feel about that boy. But let's go and get to the main drawing right here. We gotta run that back right there. That knockdown was crazy. Pitbull Cruz. Man, oh man, when I seen that knockdown, I was like, whoa. I was like, whoa. I was like, that boy Pitbull, he rushed to get on that boy helmet right there in that instance, boy. Like, hey, we been trying to knock his head off and stop him. Like, had that boy heard of that fight. Let's show some more footage for the fight, man. Oh man, that boy Lamar was sick, man. That boy was sick, man. I got another clip I gotta play. This is from Manny Pacquiao promotions from their IG page. They went ahead and clipped this up. All right. That was crazy, right there. Hey, Pitbull sticking his tongue out at that man was crazy, man. I was weak as hell. Hey, that boy Pitbull crazy, man. He crazy. Let me go and drop the link. I'm gonna drop the link there. Drop the link in the comments for y'all. But in general, man, all right, man. Let's talk about this fight. I see people out here, and the link in the comments, man. I'm gonna pin it to the top. I see people out here screaming robbery and all of this shit. Like, bro, ain't no motherfucking robbery in this fight, man. Ain't no robbery in this fight. Lamont gotta stop screaming robbery, man. Like screaming shit like this. Like, well, let me pull that John up, man. Like shit like this. Talk about I'm bringing my gun to the stick up next time too. Fuck it. Like shit like this. Like you crying, you crying saying that you done got robbed, and then you putting that in the atmosphere for other boxing fans to have that same, mindset, that same thought. Which that shit cap, bro. You ain't do enough to win the fight 100%, bro. You gotta take it to the champ fight with Tank, bro. In the fight with Tank, you dropped the ball. You wanted to fight your fight in the second half. You ain't fight your fight in the whole entire fight, Lamont. That's the problem. That's the problem we having. And in particular, daggone Pitbull, he won 5 out of those first 6 rounds, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then
And he won 11
getting into
and
the
I
second
think
half of the
11 and
fight,
12.
yeah, in the second half of the fight, you got a couple swing rounds. You got 5 of those rounds probably for Roach. I felt the draw was fair as hell. I thought it was fair as hell.
Mm-hmm.
And you got some of these boxer fans out here screaming this robbery shit. And I'm like, bro, y'all be dramatic with this shit. Just because a fighter say that it's a robbery don't mean it's a robbery. The fight was even as hell. And if he got a problem with it, run that shit back. Flat out. What's
But you
good,
know
D
what the
Legend?
problem is? We got this what happened when you got people who don't know shit about boxing, who go around judging the fight over what the commentator is saying and not what they seeing, and at the same time looking at the unofficial scorecard, and plus you gotta look at CompuBox. Come on. They looking at the stats of who threw what, who landed what, this and that. That don't tell the tale of the fight. And that's not how the fight is judged by the judges. You know what I
That's a
mean?
fact.
That's
That's a
not how
fact.
the fight is judged by the judges. They go no ring generalship, who pushing the fight, who the most aggressive, you know what I mean? Who missing shots, you know what I mean? And just overall presence and feel of the fight. And who look as if they're taking command of the fight. You know what I mean? You pretty much had a fight that was even, you know what I mean? That Pitbull was winning until this referee took it upon itself to take a point away. If it wasn't for
Fact.
that point being taken away, Pitbull would have won the fight. Plain and
Facts. Facts.
simple. And
Facts.
the
Like you
main
said, with
thing,
that point deduction, yeah, exactly. With that point deduction right there,
mm-hmm,
if that didn't happen, shit, the judge is probably giving that fight to Pitbull for sure, like you said.
it's okay, babe. Oh, man. Mike was wrong.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
talking to my wife.
you good. You all good. You all good. Yeah, and
Yeah.
so yeah, like I said, I'm always fine with a draw in that fight, man. In particular, and y'all boxing fans out there screaming robbery and all that shit. That shit corny, man. That shit wasn't no damn
It's
robbery,
real
man.
corny. But you know what the bottom line is this. All them people wanted to see Lamont Roach win. That's what it
Absolutely.
was. Plain and simple. From Diddy's first toy, boy toy, Mace.
Oh man, they nasty work,
No,
nasty work.
hey, you gonna fuck with my youngin? You know what I mean? You gonna get it, yo. It's plain and
Hey
simple.
man,
And hey, I'm not lying either. He used to live with Diddy, And Cameron even told a story on the show of him going over there to pick up to pick up Mace, and what did he find in the bathroom? A big black dildo. Hey, that's not here. Hey, I'm gonna leave it alone right there. But still, though, you know what I mean? People who don't know shit about boxing, who cleave to people because, oh, we believe he could actually beat Tank. No, he didn't beat Tank in that fight. Everybody wanted to see Tank lose so fucking bad. It's fucking ridiculous that they were root for a motherfucker that he actually won the fight against. You know what I mean? To beat somebody that Tank actually beat in the fight. That he bullshit draw with Roach. You know what I mean? He still got the referees. The judges in that fight actually went on and penalized Tank. If you look at the scorecards, you'll see it. They penalized them for that knee, even though it was up to the referee's discretion if he was going to let the fight go on, take a point, or call it a knockdown. And there wasn't even any contact at all between Tank and Lamont Roach. But when you go back and you look at the fight over and over again, you'll see Tank won that fight clearly 7-5. You know what I mean? But hey, they made it a draw. But see, in a battle to see who will fight Tank, look what happened. He went out there and got knotted all up. That nigga had hickeys all over his head. His damn lips was busted and swollen. His hand was broken. You know what I mean? His other hand was sore. He walked up on stage and almost fell off the stage at the post fight press conference.
Man, he was lumped up, man. Lumped up.
Pitbull put a beating on that nigga. Pitbull came out there, hey. He ain't have a bruise on him, yo. Not a mark on him. Pitbull got a hard ass motherfucking head, yo.
For real.
That little motherfucker got a hard head, yo. For real. That nigga hit hard. And he plucked Roach when Roach went falling back, yo. I was trying laughing. That shit was so hilarious, yo. And all y'all talking about he gonna go in there and knock him out. Yo, ain't nobody knocking out that motherfucker.
You know what was interesting about that,
nigga with an
D-Lance? Let me
uppercut.
say that, D-Lance. What was interesting about that was the fact that he kept the whole entire build up, and even during fight week, he kept talking about he was gonna be the first one to stop Pitbull and all of that. And you look at the fight in particular, Lamont. He like fight on the inside. I think Lamont fight decent on the inside. I ain't saying he one of the best and none of that, but I think he fight decent on the inside. And he wanted to fight with Pitbull on the inside, which is Pitbull. He all game for that. Pitbull, he all gas no brakes. Pitbull tailored off in the second half
That's
where
what
I
he
felt like
goes
he
for.
took rounds off. I feel like Pitbull took some rounds off. Honestly,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? He tried to claim that he was on some outside boxing type shit, but I ain't Pitbull. I'm not going for that shit. Nah, I'm not jacking that. Nah. The Pitbull took a couple rounds off in that second half of that fight for real, and then he was trying to gas up for the championship rounds.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's why he was ready to go. And when it got to 10, 11, 12, he was ready to go. You know what I mean? But see, Lamont was trying to go back in his shell and box, but he couldn't. That hand was fucked up. You know what I mean? And that's something that people ain't paying attention to. Go back and look at the 10th. Then when it got to the 11th round, he ain't pretty much do nothing. He really couldn't put nothing on him. You know what I mean? Not that anything he was throwing at Pitbull was hurting Pitbull in the first place. You know what I mean? Tank showed you with one hand. The key to beating Pitbull is to box his ass. And when he only had one hand, he boxed him on the back foot. I believe that was one of the best fights that I've seen Tank box off the back foot. with a pressure fighter constantly coming and swinging, and his defense was off the hook because he
That gotta be
was.
one of my favorite fights from Tank, honestly, for real.
Oh
Because he
man,
showed his skills for real, honestly, in that fight.
yeah, he showed some defense. He ain't sit back in a fake ass show like Shakur. You know what I mean? He was bobbing, weaving. He was bobbing. He was weaving. He was making a miss, and he was coming back with a He was coming back, throwing that right, trying to come with the uppercut on the right. You know what I mean? And then shooting it. He was coming with the uppercut, shooting it, and then he would weave around and come back and throw the right over top to try to hit him with a hook on the side. Tank was boxing his ass off with one motherfucking hand, yo. One hand. That was beauty to behold. That was beauty to behold watching that fight.
Man,
Seriously, man. I was like,
totally.
oh man. He had what? He had like, and he had longer with one hand to fight than Lamont Roach. I think Lamont Roach may have hurt his hand in the ninth round because at the 10th round he weren't the same. He was trying to go and box, you know what I mean, but he couldn't come back with that power hand, with that brick hand, and throw it back at Pitbull to try to put anything to keep him off. You know what I mean? So he was trying to jab, but there's something that people don't want to admit. Lamar Roach don't have no footwork. That's why Tank in the first fight with Tank was boxing all around him from round one to round seven. Tank he moved all around Roach. He hit him from different angles and he stayed busy. You know what I mean? He was vibing, weaving, his defense was on point, and he was missing him. Lamont Roach was missing him and he was plucking him. That's when Tank went on and said, I'm gonna make this a little bit. And then once he started going with the high guard and started fighting him on the inside, you know what I mean? He was killing him in the body. The problem was Lamont Roach trunks was pulled up above his fucking rib cage and shit. That shit crazy work, man. How you
Yeah.
gonna let that man get
He
in the
did
ring?
this fight the other day, too.
Yeah, I ain't gonna let that man. How do you let this man constantly get in the ring with his damn trunks up to almost his rib cage, yo? It was way above his belly button, man. Way above his belly button. I believe Lamont Roach ribs probably was hurt from training camp. You know what I mean? He was already tender. That's why they keep his ribs up because he weak in the body. You know what I
Man,
mean?
so we got this report right here from Brunch Boxing right here, um, coming from Gary. Gary, his promoter right here, basically saying that Lamont wants to pursue the rematch with either Tank Davis or Pitbull Cruz. And of course, we seen the recent tweet with Tank, of course, man. Tank. Let's go and get into it. So Tank was in his bag on Twitter the other day, man, going, what I'm saying, going crazy on Twitter, and just a little context to this situation with Tank though on Twitter though, and no, I'm gonna be critical a little bit of him because it was a couple things I didn't care for what he said, but in particular with this though, this was Ray Jackson, that's my one of my guys on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? He was a big Tank fan, and then like he didn't switch this whole stance up ever since, you know, pretty much, Tank had the one situation in the summer and stuff with, his baby mama and everything. And you see him right here basically saying that,
Mhm.
he no longer a Tank fan and shit. You know what I mean? And talking about fuck little buddy and shit. You feel me? And then, just to kind of add little context right there with that
Mhm.
situation, Ray, he going that Tank on Twitter, like, then, going at him, supporting Lamont Rose, supporting Shakur Stevenson. he one of the guys that kind of put shit in the air with Shakur Stevenson being the face of boxing on Twitter and shit like that, and people start running with that shit, and then you got Shakur
Uh,
saying it in the damn interview with Najee and shit. You know what I mean? So like that, no, Ray Jackson's been he switched his whole total stance from Tank Davis for sure, and the boy Tank, he called that boy Lamont a gatekeeper. That's it. You know what I mean?
uh-huh.
Saying that boy
Look,
he a
man.
gatekeeper. And
You
then
know,
right here speaking about Pitbull Cruz right here, they just said shit, why you ain't brought that Cruz? And Tank said, I'm taking him next, soon as my knee gets better. So and then people went crazy with this tweet when he's talking about Pitbull because everybody like that ain't the fight that we want to see, including Ray Jackson. Ray Jackson was on Twitter saying that ain't the fight that people want to see and everything. Okay, that might
okay,
not be the
but
fight that some people may want to see, but the thing is, the business makes do for the fight to happen
look,
because
man.
the man Pitbull, he just did over 10,000 this past Saturday fighting Lamar Roach in San Antonio, Texas. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Pitbull is a draw. He is a clear draw.
He's
The
a
Mexican
draw.
fan base, they fuck with Pitbull
Exactly.
Cruz. They always had.
Exactly.
Pitbull Cruz had more people last year at the Bud Madrimal fight than Bud did, if y'all want to be real. But
Mm-hmm.
that's a whole nother ball game right there. And
Look, yeah, look, I'll put it like this.
this just a shit. I want to put. Hold on, let me paint this
Oh,
picture
hold
with
on.
Ray
All right.
Jackson real
Go
quick.
ahead and pull that
Let me
up.
with Ray Jackson right here. You know what I'm saying? This is a tweet where he's talking about. He said, "You gonna see that nigga in court first, talking about Tank." The Tank response is, "That's okay, fam. That's okay. I told fam I'll walk my time to the door before I give a motherfucker my hard working money. On the other hand, I'll come home and you'll still be on the same shit, living through somewhere else dream." And then, of course, Ray, he responds, says, "Don't play the victim shit now, nigga. You know what you did. Go Google your fucking name and see the first thing that pops up, domestic violence. That's your fucking legacy, bitch. You a famous boxer, but more known as an abuser. Seek help, fuck nigga." And of course, no Tank responds saying, "No, focus on your daughter so she won't
Boom.
be the next victim." Which is
Mm.
I'll say this. I didn't like that response from Tank in particular. And people ran with that tweet with Tank and was just quoting that one tweet. They didn't quote like all of this in context what was going on beforehand before Tank said what he said right there. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Ray Jackson, he was antagonizing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Talk about you gonna see the man in court like this. I'm gonna show you what Ray been doing, like shit like this. Like he makes a post like this, smile if you beating bitches up and shit. You feel me? Like this. You feel me? Like
Yeah,
this.
but
This is this. This is
but
shit
you
I'm
know what's
talking
weird
about.
is this nigga talking about smile if you like beating bitches up. Okay, number one, you already put yourself in the mix because you up here calling women bitches. That's
Nasty
the
work,
first
bro.
thing. That's nasty work. First thing, you calling women bitches. Number two, there's only been one person who Tank have had any problem with, any female he've ever had any problem with, and that's his BM. You know what I mean? They got this thing going on with him where she do shit to him. You know what I mean? And they be going back and forth. You know what I mean? But as far as like physically being beat up and shit, there's never been any evidence of that. Every time the cops come, she ain't got no marks on her. He ain't beat this nigga a world class boxer, man. Come on. You know what I mean? She called police, they come, she not even injured. She saying he hitting on her. If Tank hits somebody, if he loses control, what's gonna happen, yo? Their
Man,
face gonna be
I'm gonna
bruised.
say this,
They might
Doctor
have a
K.
broken cheekbone or
Let me say
whatever.
this. Let me
But
say
I'm
this, D.
like, yo, come on.
We gonna
That's
clean it
only
up right here. We gonna clean
yeah,
it up.
it's only
Let's
one
clean up this.
person. So he trying to make
Hold
it
on, D
seem
Nick.
like
Hold
Tank
on.
running around just beating
I
people up.
got you
Come
right here.
on.
I got you. Like I said, it's been almost 2 months. Ain't been no criminal charges
Ain't
put
no
on them.
charges,
Ain't been no
money
video
grab.
put out or any of that. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, in general, the gig is up. Tank, him coming out saying like basically shit, shorty on some money hungry shit, and I ain't giving up my money. He telling you,
Yeah.
and then with him
He
speaking
ain't, I
out
ain't giving up no
about this
fifty
situation
thousand
like that,
dollars.
like it's
Yeah,
him with him speaking out on the situation, like it kind of like me reading the room, it let me know like that this situation shit pretty much looking like it's done because he talking about no fighting and everything and all of that shit. You feel me? Talking about his
yeah,
2026 and shit. So that people just gotta read the context in this shit, man, and stop trying to pin shit on a motherfucker and not let
exactly.
the process play out on whatever it is. We let it play out for other guys. We need to get the same just do for Tank and everybody else that's into these type of situations. You know what I mean? This
Exactly.
is just the simple fact of the matter of that shit. You know what I mean? And
You
of
know what I
course,
mean?
now this right here, this tweet right here, I gotta say I didn't like this. I gotta say this, but I know why he said it though. God said,
Yeah, I know
the
too.
game missed you, broski. The shit's
That
so
was
bummed
one.
right now. He
Yeah,
said, fuck y'all. And you
that's
see
one of them niggas.
Ray Jackson at the bottom of it, talking about Devin, Shakur, T.O., Ryan, and Roach, all done passed you up in the boxing game. Like Ray is acting crazy. That's my dog. I don't know what he on, but he acting
That nigga
crazy
on.
though.
You know what? That nigga taking a pay,
But Check
taking a
did this
secondary
though.
paycheck.
Check did this though. I understand why he said "fuck y'all." The reason why he said that is because he do feel some type of way about people. Some people feeling like they turned their back on him, and but the people he's talking about is Ray Jackson. He's talking about
Yeah,
him. Ray Jackson was a big Tank advocate on Twitter. Like, I even along with myself, I remember around, Tank and Frank Martin week, Tank and Ryan Garcia. Like that boy was big on Twitter talking about those two fights around Tank and everything. You know what I mean? And so when he say fuck the fans, he say fuck y'all, he's talking about the fans like Ray Jackson that was a fan of Tank Davis, and now
he
he's
ain't talking
fans of
about
Lamont
anybody
Roach and
that turned
Shakur
their back
Stevenson
on him.
and Devin, all these guys that's attached to Tank pretty much now. You feel me? You know
Yeah,
what I'm
he
saying?
talking about
That's
anybody
what
who
Tank is
turned their
saying.
back on him. That's what he talking about. And he not
Absolutely.
talking about his fans. He talking about the ones who turned their back on him. And that's also something he's saying to the clowns like Jackass Willie and shit, and other people like that. You know what I mean? He talking about them. He ain't talking about his fans. You know what I mean? His real fans, the people who ride with him. He ain't talking about his homeboys. You know what I mean? He talking about look, and be more we got this saying is be more. Fuck all y'all hoes. You know what I mean? All y'all whores. You know what I mean? Talk about it's us against the world. Plain and simple. You know what I mean? He go back to that mentality. That's that mentality that she saw in the ring when he beat up Pedraza, when he was going around on his, you know what I mean? That was Tank. That was that Tank. That was, you know what I mean? That was that bravado Tank. So now he's going back. He's going back to that type of mentality, and that's where that beast is. You know what I mean? So when it comes to him and his next fights, he about to demonstrate on people, and he haven't even really gotten to his bag yet.
Facts.
The thing
My
with
boy D
Roach,
Wood. You see D Wood's comment. He said, "Bro, switched up crazy is sad because it tells me a lot about him for real." Yeah, bro. Like you see these people I seen fans of Earl Spence after he lost, and
hmm
these dudes is Bud Crawford fans now. Like we see this shit a lot with a lot of these guys in boxing for real. So a lot of shit don't
yeah,
really, it don't really, pass me for real on a lot of this shit for real. Because a lot of these fans, a lot of these dudes are fan weather fans. They trying to be where the
yep,
shit is hot. You know what I mean? And knowing that Tank is still the fucking guy any fucking circumstance, he's still the
he the
guy.
king. He the
You know
king,
what I
right? He's
mean?
still
The
the
women
king.
popping out, when Tank popping out. When Tank fighting, the women popping out. Ain't gonna be many women popping out to see Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson.
Man, ain't nobody going to see that fight, man. Sugar and sweet, man. Come on, yo.
And I want the fight to do well. Let me tell
They some
everybody,
corny
I
niggas,
ain't
yo.
shitting on the
Them
Tio and
niggas is
Shakur fight.
corny.
I want the fight to sell out and do well. It's just in my opinion, I don't feel the fight is going to sell out and do well. That's just my
Man,
opinion.
that fight ain't going to do shit. You know what I mean? They going to be in that little tiny ass ballroom in Madison Square Garden. Don't get it twisted. This ain't the main floor where the Knicks play,
Nah, they said
which
they
is
gonna be
where
where
it
they
would be
playing.
at.
They gonna be where the Knicks at. That's where they said they
You
gonna
know
be
what I mean?
at.
Man, that shit
They
gonna be so
Turkey
damn
believe he
empty.
gonna be able to sell that shit out, man. He think them boys gonna
Turkey
sell that
out
shit
is
out.
Man, Turkey done bumped this. Turkey already bumped his head. Matter of fact, name one event Turkey has done in America where he has made a profit.
Not one event. Not one. He don't even make a profit in Saudi Arabia.
Hey, let me check this out. That fight with Devin and Brian Norman, that sleeper. But that fight with Devin, man, Turkey was in the damn fight sleep. Turkey was sleep looking at that fight, man. That's bad. The motherfucker who paying you is over there asleep while you in the ring fighting, boxing. That's
Facts.
sad. That's some sad shit. And you see how they closed off that arena to make it look bigger, but like the glass like walls that reflect back the lights off it when they go around. It was like a little tiny ass arena, man. They
Yeah,
can't
for
even
real.
sell out in
They
fucking
can't
Saudi
sell out
Arabia.
6,000. 6,000.
Yeah.
But Kirby and Bevel, they would Shakur was on that
Six
card.
thousand ain't shit.
Yeah, they didn't even sell out that shit. They booed Shakur. They booed Shakur after he stopped Padley.
They booed the shit out of him. Then he got up on the ring apron, but he got up on the ropes and was saying fuck y'all, fuck y'all. You telling a bunch of Saudi billionaires fuck you all around the ring? Look at the optics of that. They're trying to pull you in so you can have a benefactor to pay for your shit and pay you so you can get paid. All you got to do is go along and get along. Nah, you know what it is with Shakur? I think smoking on whippets done got his fucking brain twisted. That's why he's so delusional right now. He actually think he the second coming. Yo, him and Devin are some delusional niggas. They think they the second coming of Floyd Mayweather.
No, check this right here. So I got something to show y'all right here. So I ain't even want to
Oh,
get the
not
clip. I just
Carter,
wanted to
man.
show y'all
Not
this
Mr.
right
Bad
here.
Knuckles himself.
So you got Paula Malignaggi right here. They was doing a segment on boxing scene the other day, and he says Tank fights the guys that delivers my pizza. Fans want bigger names, bigger challenges, and the pressure is starting to build. That's
What?
Paula Malignaggi latest quote on Tank Davis. And they're posing the question, is Tank still the guy in boxing? That's what he's posing the question.
He said Tank fights the guy who delivers my pizza. Who is the guy that delivered this pizza? Meanwhile, Shakur Stevenson is fighting the guy who does your cable and fix the hole in your wall and shit. I'm talking about pad work Padley. Are you kidding me? Shakur haven't fought anyone of any significance at 135 since he got in the division.
Talk about it.
Except for for what's his name? Whatchamacallit? You know what I mean? The guy who has no power at all. Throws over 1,000 punches a fight with no power.
The pay
But yet he's a pater, but yet he clipped He clipped Shakur and he stumbled. He got a little bit of pop, but he ain't got much pop. This nigga didn't sit on none of his punches in that fight. And that just shows you just how susceptible Shakur is to one good punch from a puncher. Then you see why he runs in the ring and box and jumps back all the way like 3 damn feet every time somebody come at him when he boxing.
Hey,
He
I
can't
like
stand the
this from J
box.
Bed right here. J Bed, he said, "How when Tank fought more champions than his opposition?" Facts. Is Paulie just I don't know what it is with Paulie, man.
He
Like
hating on Tank.
the crazy
He
part,
hate
Paulie
Tank
ain't
like
even
he
bought.
hate Floyd.
He's not even bought by Turkey because boxing scene like the Saudi Arabia don't even fuck with boxing scene. So that's the crazy part. Like while he over there on boxing scene having all these crazy ass takes about Tank and other fighters and shit. Mainly a lot of guys from PBC. If people notice, like he really got
Well,
like a real sour
well,
feeling against PBC since they fired his ass. You know what I mean? Because he was talking that racist shit on PBC platform. You know what I mean? So like Riley and then Polly, you look at his damn daggone career. Polly, you ain't fight all dogs. You was getting your ass whooped. Niggas was putting belt to you. You just got yeah, you won your little bare knuckle shit whatever, but shit you was getting put getting belt put to you in the damn bare knuckle fight that you was just in.
mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying like probably just be on some straight bullshit propaganda against Tank and he don't keep this energy across the board for everybody. Cause if you
Look,
look at this
man.
guy's resumes and I've already exposed these niggas' resumes, Tank got better resumes than all of y'all favorites out there if y'all want to talk about the Devins, the Shakurs, the TOs and shit, his resume is stronger than them guys.
You're right about that. You go ahead and look at that resume. Who do Devin? The only person Devin got on his resume is Lomachenko, and he was a hype job, built and bred through top ranked tomato can system, yo. Seriously, the same day. And what tripped me out is remember how they tried him and Devin and Shakur tried to come at Brian Norman on his resume, and he's a product of top Alexa, stop alarm. Remember when they tried to come at Brian Norman on his resume and how he never fought anybody and how he was just fed bums through top rank? They
Yeah.
the two main people who should know because they was a product of it as well.
You know what I
So
want to say?
they
Let me say
snitched
this
on
real quick.
themselves.
I gotta say this because this been on my mind because I've been meaning to say this on air for a minute too. I'm tired of y'all boxing fans doing everything y'all can to diminish these fighters just to have a talking point in debates. Like that's I've been seeing that so much the last couple of weeks, so much with people. Like I've seen people diminishing Frank Martin this week, talking about he only beat Francis Bartholomew. He's 39 years old and stuff like that. Well, we got guys like
Mm-hmm.
Alexander Usyk that's 38, 30. Well, he's 39 now. Then we got Bud Crawford, 38, still putting belts and shit out here. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, some of these guys do be old, and some of these guys don't be good when they get older. But we got guys that are old that's good. And a lot of people felt that Francis Bartholomew had a chance in beating Frank Martin because they didn't know how Frank Martin was going to look after losing the tank. So that's what I'm just
Yeah.
saying in general for us boxing fans, we gotta really be conscious on what we saying when we are on these platforms and we talking boxing and comparison with fights and having little debates and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like stop trying to diminish these fighters just to have a fucking talking point every point because I could diminish hella fighters in debates with niggas. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to diminish a fighter to have a talking point in a debate. Like I see that shit so much right now with a lot of people on different platforms all over on YouTube and on Facebook and on Twitter and Instagram, all of that shit. And that shit just be it's just a weird space to be in boxing when you just see that shit in 4K happening like that. Cause I'm just like, y'all don't have no leg to stand on for real half of the time when y'all in these debates. Y'all don't.
True that.
Like y'all
True
sitting
that.
here trying to shit on Tank on his resume, and then y'all don't even want to look at these other guys' resume. That's why I continue to tell people y'all gotta keep the energy around the whole fucking landscape instead of just going at one guy picking and choosing it. I've been seeing that so much. You motherfuckers out here, y'all be picking and choosing on who y'all want to fucking clap at out here and want to attack out here. No, that shit not gonna work over here on KMJ Network. We gonna cook whoever need to be cooked. That's why I said it's a difference, a big difference between criticism and hate. We giving up criticism over here. Ain't no fucking hating. We don't hate
Hmm.
no damn Devin Haney. Devin Haney don't move me to hate on him on my daily basis.
No,
We don't hate on
that
no
ain't
damn
hate.
Shakur Stevenson. We don't hate on none of these fighters. You know what I'm saying? Even if I don't fuck with you, I don't hate you. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's extreme for me to say, hey, I hate you boxing
Hate
fans
is
though.
a
I can say
strong
that.
word.
Let me say that. I hate some of you boxing fans out here. Like I can say that for sure. Like I really hate some of you boxing fans. So some of you guys is corny as hell. Y'all don't have no talking points, no leg to stand on coming up on these platforms. That's why half you motherfuckers be scared to come up here on KJ Network and even talk for real half of the time. And just see you guys, y'all just segment out here. Y'all don't have no logical talking points. Y'all guys are trash. Y'all just completely garbage for the fucking sport of boxing. And I don't even be wanting you niggas to be fans for real because y'all not real fans of the sport for real. Y'all just
No, they
want to
not.
big up and dick eat for y'all fucking favorite fighter out here. Like that's all
Yep.
y'all doing. Y'all dick eating for y'all favorite fighter or y'all favorite company or whatsoever. Like niggas dick eating for Turkey Island Sheik and shit. They hating on PBC all the damn time.
Yeah.
Oh, Al and them ain't gonna do nothing. They going broke. They this PBC that and all of that shit. And PBC's been here standing strong 10 years plus. They've been saying PBC going broke for 10 years since they existed, and they still here. Like, you know
PBC
what I'm
ain't
saying?
going
Like, people
nowhere.
hating on PBC, like, hating on other promotional companies, all this shit. This shit just it's just a weird space in boxing to be in. You know what I mean? Some of you guys are not real boxing fans. Some of you guys are fucking frauds. Y'all are clowns. And y'all get exposed
Yeah.
every time and be emotional when y'all get exposed.
Yeah. They be like Carl Thomas. I seem to hurt.
Facts.
Let me stop. Let me stop. I ain't trying to
Emotional
be
as
up here
hell.
singing Carl Thomas emotional and I can't let go.
Yeah,
That's what did
that's
me,
just I
man.
just
I was like, yo, how can you go ahead and say something about this man's resume or that Brian Norman's resume when he came from the same congruent camp that y'all came from? You know what I mean?
exactly.
I'm like,
This
yo,
the
y'all
thing, D
just
Link. They
hurting
gotta under
yourself.
these fans don't know how these fights are made, and they don't know how these fighters are built.
Yeah.
All of
They
these
sitting up
fighters
there
started.
hurting
So you gotta
themselves.
start somewhere. We ain't talking.
Yeah.
We don't talk about it enough. With Devin Haney in Mexico fighting a whole bunch of Mexican bums up there in
Oh
Mexico,
hell
starting
yeah!
off
And
his
he's
career.
supposed to have like one or two losses in Mexico before he even started fighting here. And that he paid damn that which we call
Yeah.
them supposedly paid them off to go ahead and
Yeah,
sponge that
and the
loss
crazy
off.
part, I don't even give a fuck if Devin Haney did whatever he did. I'm just saying in general for all of these fighters are
You
built a
know, it's
certain
all the
way.
beginning.
They're all going to fight certain fights on the come up. That's just the fact of
Yeah.
the matter. Everybody's
Eh,
going to have different fights to build them up, different styles
yeah.
to build them up
So you're
to
gonna
into
have
championship
yeah,
contention. That's just how the game goes,
because
and
you're
people
gonna
have
have
us as
fighters.
boxing fans have to understand that shit. We don't
You
understand that shit because all of y'all boxing fans, all y'all want all of the fighters just to be in bangers after bangers after bangers, and that's just not how this shit works.
it
Even
don't
as
start off
prospects,
like that. It
like
don't
I see
start off
everybody
like
want
that.
to, yeah, I see people want to put Scooter Davis fighting Kermel and all of that shit. We know as boxing fans, those fights right now in that era, in this new era, it's not going to happen right now. They want to
No,
materialize that shit into bigger
no.
fights for the future. That's just like
They
it's just
they in the
different
beginning
ways and different shit
stages.
that happen in the game. We got to understand that as boxing fans.
Yeah,
Boxing
they in the
outcome,
beginning.
man, was good, bro.
Yeah,
What's
they a lot
good?
of them
What's
in the
good?
beginning. Hey, what's up, bro? What's going
That's
on?
that's exactly what I wanted to add to this subject. I hear you talking, and one of the things that I wish that we could do, right? Um, in America, as boxing fans, is instead of trying to push American versus Americans, we need to help these boxers understand that there's a bigger world out there, that they need to travel to the UK, that they need to expose themselves to other audiences so they can get more fans, and to represent our country and our continent in other places of this world. Um, so I think it was like Shakir's cousin. He said that he's like, "Yo, where Eddie at? I would like to fight in UK, this and that. Make some fans out there." There's certain fighters out there that have that mentality, but us as boxing fans here, we need to push that narrative. We need to. Sometimes it is gonna be exciting. Obviously, we want the best to fight the best, and we, as boxing fans here in America, we say we the best. You know what I'm saying? So we say, hey, our best fight the best out here, but we need to also push the narrative when we have young fighters such as Abdullah Mason, who we are proud of. He went over to Saudi and he got himself the belt. There's a lot of young fighters that could be doing that could be traveling, that could be exposing themselves to a bigger audience.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that to an extent because when you go overseas and travel to certain places, there's some things you're going to have to. Number one, you gotta check out and make sure that you protect it when you leave America and go to other countries. You know what I mean? And I'm saying this seriously, wholeheartedly. Another thing is you have different things that go on. We all know that boxing is a dirty sport. And over in the UK, you do have a lot of fighters who are testing and popping dirty left and right. You know what I mean? And it's not for like Ostarine. We talking about steroids, 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 to quote Floyd. So it all depends on them having to come over here. I'm for that. Why? Because they will have to go here and be acquainted with the system over here. Whereas though they're going to have to be tested before the fight. Everybody gets tested before the fight. Fight's got to be even. You know what I mean? It got to be even, Steven. You know what I mean? Because there's been fighters that went over to the UK and who end up being set up. You know what I mean? Put in a fight with someone who's pot dirty after the fight, but the damage has already been done. You
Fact.
know?
That's true.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Let me add to that. Cause I want to add to that because I say what Alcon get you. I definitely I rock with what you said as far as these guys exploring other options, but they already like if you look at it the landscape, they already are. You see other companies sending their guys to fight in the UK and fight in Saudi and stuff like that. That's already happening in play. It's more so
Yeah.
getting us back established with boxing in America because it's not as many events in America as some of us American fans would like in particular. You know what I mean? And so you see, from what I've talked to some of my guys and stuff, PVC, they're getting back active, saying going into 2026, planning a couple events to start off the first quarter and everything, which is, you see, um, Top Rank, they supposed to be announcing a new deal coming up soon, possibly. And of course, they already got fights running through, Roku apps and stuff like that and everything currently. You see, Matchroom doing their thing. You see Golden Boy working with Top Rank and PVC a little bit. You know what I mean? You see Queensberry doing their thing in their own perspective. You know what I mean? So like, you see all these other brands. Of course, Queensberry, Matchroom, and Golden Boy, they got, close ties with Turkey Al Sheik, obviously. But, they do run their shows on their own behalf at times, even though Turkey is funding majority of their events. You know what I'm saying? And, in retrospective, though, I'm just saying that in general, we got to get boxing back right here in America. You know what I mean? That's the big thing because, like I was
True.
mentioning about Turkey Al Sheik, for as, Saudi Arabia with their PIF fund, with they're having their money on hold because of that investment that they have with EA Sports right now. They're not you know what I'm saying? What would happen if they take away their money from boxing? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just asking the question. What would happen? And like I just said about all of those companies that's in the game, everybody will be fine. They all moving on their own accord. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said like boxing ain't dead at all. Like I hate when boxing fans been saying shit talking about boxing is dead and shit. No, it's not dead at all. Like the shit is lit if y'all pay attention to, a lot of these fighters in all of the divisions that's fighting and shit. It's a lot of shit going on. A lot of content creators don't have much to talk about, you know what I'm saying, because they want to talk about the same thing for click and views, every day and shit. When it's so much fights out here, so much shit going on within the sport, people don't have fucking much to talk about because they doing it for their own, various reasons, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I say, I started the show off tonight. I talked about a whole bunch of shit going on in boxing. You know what I mean? Which I got even more topics to talk about. I could have ran probably about 25, 30 topics tonight if I wanted to. You know what I mean? In general, because I got so much shit to talk about. But these other guys, they only got a handful of shit to talk about because they only focus on certain things, and a lot of that shit don't move the sport half of the time. You know what I mean? Like what's moving the sport? Like we want America to be right. You know what I'm saying? We want to see these American fighters get right and cook when they go out of the country. They cook up when they do their thing out there too as well. You know what I mean?
Facts. Yeah. I mean, I don't like when people get too personal in somebody's life. Like, if you're not part of that camp, if you're not part of their life or was ever part of their life, you really shouldn't be mentioning or talking about anything about their personal life. It's like you got these content creators wanting to be TMZ or wanting to be Teddy Atlas. Which one is it? Like, are you
Yeah.
gonna break? Are you gonna break down stats? Are you gonna break down boxing history? Are you gonna break down the fight, or are you just gonna be talking about people's personal situation? It's nasty work.
Facts. I tell
Yeah,
you
for
this about the
real.
outcome. I tell you this. Like, I don't mind if you talking about a specific story that's probably personal with a boxer, because if it's a boxer, then it's within the sport. My thing is have the context for the story 100% right though. Don't tell 10% of the story. Don't tell
Yeah.
25% of the story. Don't show 50% of that shit. Don't show 90% of that shit. Show 100% of the story. And if you don't got much information on the story that you covering, and it's a personal story for us, a specific fighter, then don't talk about that shit at all. Like if I don't know shit and I don't have the full research on the story, I'm not going to come up here on CamJ Network and talk about it. That's just
True
the
that.
simple fact of the matter. Like that's why we show receipts on what the fuck going on and shit to show people what's going on, so people have a visual of what is out there, what's really going on out here. You know what I mean? And the people
Fact.
deserve to see the full story of everything. Like Bruce Sanders and Virgil Ortiz. Like you got to see the full story of them negotiating for 6 hours at the tables from yesterday. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to show half of that story. Yeah, you want to show the aspect of the negotiations getting heated between both parties and stuff because they in high demands of certain things that they want, in particular for the fight. You got to show the people the full visual. You can't show half of the fucking story. You know what I mean? That's really important. That's why like I stay valid behind CamJ Network with all of this shit is because we stand with validity over here. We want to show you the facts and show you what's popping out here. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna show you no bullshit at all over here at all. Like,
And we go ahead, we try on all the platforms that we travel on, we all about dispelling these lies from this misinformation that's being spread out here about not about boxes in general, about boxers in general. It's a lot of guys out here that's trying to make this like a 24/7 reality TV show, man. It's
Facts.
ridiculous, a nasty business. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Seriously.
Telling lies for views out here, man. Yeah,
Hey,
that's
capping.
the main
Capping
thing.
for views.
Shit, like I told him, like that capping shit going. Yeah, motherfuckers gonna get enough of that capping shit, man. And it's
Yeah.
getting exposed every time, man. You already know how we
Stop the
tell it,
cap.
man.
Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
Like, man.
What's his name? You gotta get what's his name when he be like, stop the cap. When he had the broads, he be breaking down these broads, these broad niggas and whatnot. What's his name? The brother that passed away. Um, Rest in power. I got his name on the tip of my tongue, man. Seriously.
Like his name. It
Mr.
was
Gates.
about.
Mr. Gates. Yeah, the brother
Okay, yeah.
Gates.
Yeah, and then before we get out of here, I wanted to show this too because this is something that I seen before I came on the show tonight. Um, Tommy Hearns, man, right now they saying that he's
Oh
reported
man.
missing right now, and they basically
Oh,
asked, anyone has any knowledge, definitely, reach out to his family. Right now, Tommy Hearns is reportedly missing right now, currently, man. So,
oh
real
man.
heartbreaking story right here. Hearns, he's been in and out of the hospital for health reasons in recent time and a lot, and you know definitely prayers out to the Hearns family right now. Hopefully they can find Tommy and bring him home, and he be safe and be
Yes.
good and everything. Hopefully there ain't no harm doing to him. Definitely praying for his family right now for sure, because this was a real crazy story that I seen before coming on the show tonight, right here.
Oh man. Man, just send out prayers of love and protection to the brother wherever he may be. And we pray that the Most High will lead and guide him to where he need to be, and that those who are searching for him will find him, and that he will go home and be safe and secure. You know,
Nice.
just give thanks and praises, and we know that's going to be those prayers are going to be heard, and we pray the brother definitely. He is a Hall of Famer, and more than that, he is one of my idols I looked up to coming up during that era with his battles with Hagler, Leonard, the Beast Mugabe, and all of his fights. And afterwards, he came out and he definitely was the type of human being that we all could look up to, aspire to be, for his generosity and all his other things that he did. You know, it's just he, and I was just following him on Facebook and seeing that he had came out of he had just had surgery and he was going through some health issues, and just hoping that he's going to be okay. We just praying he'd be okay and he'd be able to be back with his loved ones and where he need to be at. You know,
Nice, nice.
and that's another thing that people gotta look at when you're looking at these fighters of this generation right now, with the destruction of what they're trying to do with the Muhammad Ali Act, and the fact that a lot of these other content creators are not talking about the significance of this, and it's like mum's the word, but every 5 minutes they got tank out their mouth in a disparaging way, and they bigging up in their favorite boxer, but not looking at the fact of where these boxers going to end up being in the future. And when you have TKO and what they're trying to do with boxing, just look at the fact that you're going to have a whole lot of other boxers out here suffering from CTE, and their health insurance is not going to be good enough to cover them, you know. So to be paying these boxers even less than what they get now, what they really do need in order to be able to be self sufficient. And just think, we had Bud Crawford up here using the WBC belt in a political way, and Suleiman up here saying that some of his sanctioning fees go to help boxers who go through their ailments and their hospital bills, and so that they can take care of boxers later on in life. And the way they're going right now, those protections and funds are not going to be around. It's a sad situation. It's a sad
Definitely, man.
situation,
Definitely.
you
Boxing
know.
outcome, man. What you think about this boxing outcome?
As far as the news,
Yeah, with Tommy.
I like man, I hate when certain things like this happen. I feel like, we need to take care of our elders, bro. We always there's always got to be somebody there, man. You know what I'm saying? Even if they don't like it. Like, I had a grandmother that lived up to 99 years old, bro. We were gonna celebrate her 100th birthday. And we didn't get to do that, unfortunately. But the blessing was that I got to spend so much time with her that I didn't even have to cry during the funeral, because I felt content with myself, with everything I was able to do for her, and the time that I was able to spend with her. So I feel like we gotta protect our elders, man. We always gotta look out for family. And I just, like, I would like to, I gotta read up more on that story. I gotta look into it. But you know we need to make sure that we're with them kind of people that you just don't know, anything can happen to them. Even a fall, or a trip and fall, can very well leave a elderly person unconscious and that sort of thing. And with so much crime and so much BS happening in the world, we don't know what's going on or what happened. So it's unfortunate. It's like for me, it's like a mystery. I need to read up on it, but it's sad, bro.
Yeah, man, it's definitely crazy, man. Definitely, and like just kind of point with D Lynch with what he was saying, for us, the fighters, man. It's important for us, to protect some of these fighters as much as way, and with the Revival Act and stuff, they're trying to take some of that away from some of these fighters and stuff for us, the protection. So it is real key to to give these fighters they flowers while they here. You know what I mean? And we stay prayed up
Rich Davis
on
needs to be fighting somebody.
Thomas
I want to
Hearns
see him
coming
fight
back.
somebody.
You know what I mean? Make sure that he's good and he come home and be safe and hopefully he be found and be good. You know what I mean? We just gonna definitely release it to the Lord and allow him to do his will in that situation with Thomas Hearns, man. Hope he brings him home, man, and bring him, and be good and everything, man, for sure, man. But salute to
Yes.
y'all fellas, man. Sure, man. This was a good one, man. I'm about to go ahead and close it out, fellas. Salute to
All
y'all
right,
All
for
right, man.
coming
brother.
on,
Salute.
man. Join your boy,
Peace and
man. Salute to
blessings.
y'all. For sure. You already know the vibes.
All right, brother. One love, peace and
One
blessings.
love. You already know the
You
vibes,
know,
brother.
God bless. We had a
For
good
sure.
show. You know what I mean? It was good. I was hoping D1 would have popped up here or even Jab, but
Yeah, yeah. Do you what?
you
They
know.
probably busy. Yeah,
Oh,
they
I
probably
know.
in the cut.
I can see KO is on right now, and I think one of his talking points was it said something about Javante Tank Davis cleared
Oh
of
shit.
all,
Yeah,
and then
I'm about to check
you know
him
what I
out over
mean?
there. I'm about to
Yeah,
go check him out over there.
I'll meet you over there.
All
All
right,
right,
bet. Yeah, for
one
sure.
love,
One love. You
peace.
already know the vibes, man.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So we got, all right, so y'all already know the vibes, y'all, man. Hey, another banger show. You already know we covered a lot tonight, man. Appreciate everybody that came through, supported, you know what I'm saying, your boy on the grind, man, for sure, man. This was definitely another lit ass show. And we're gonna have some short clips, we're gonna have some videos dropping from the show as well, man. Just to add context, man. I miss y'all. I gotta say I miss y'all, man. I definitely did, man. What I'm saying? Just had to take some personal time, man. Life be life and stuff for all of us in the world and everything. And you already know God is going to continue to do His will for us and push us through, everything that we have going on, all of our trials and tribulations. Just make sure you just keep God first and continue to trust in Him, and definitely always put your faith in Him because He always going to do His will for you for sure, man. And I'm a living testimony of it for sure, for sure. You know what I'm saying? We know life is crazy out here, especially around these holidays, man. Bills, trying to get the kids together, Christmas, all that. I already know, man. So salute to everybody, man. Definitely, man. Content dropping, like I said before. Um, Read the Room, episode 5. Go watch that on Jag Queen Boxing channel, man. We cooked up on that, man. It was a great show from us again, man. So that's one of the hottest segments out in boxing, man. So make sure y'all go to my sister Jag Queen Boxing's channel and watch Read the Room and watch all of the content that she got. She had Shadeja Green on the channel last week, so support my sister, man. My sister definitely working. She grinding over there, man, for sure. And subscribe to all my peoples, man. D1, Uncle Cass Sports, the best boxing historian in the game. My boy Cruz was in the building earlier as well. Sister Quee. You know what I mean? Boxing Outcome. Subscribe to Boxing Outcome, man. He got a channel, man. I've been watching him cooking up over there recently. You know what I mean? So subscribe to my brother, the Boxing Outcome as well, man. And you already know we live in the rec every Wednesday, man. 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. Sorry, but not sorry. Boxing Talk Wednesdays, man. This was another great one. I love y'all, man. I'm about to go ahead and give you something to eat, relax, get myself ready for tomorrow and all of that good stuff and everything. Hope everyone have a blessed night, man. And my brother Knockout, he live over there, so we go over there tap in with my dog, man. You already know the vibes, man. We are out of here. The cook up has been real.
All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. It's showtime like Kareem Lakers. I make a masterpiece, seem basic. No Meek Millie, but I'm dream chasing. Took the shortcut like Anita Baker. I want the bright lights that you see in Vegas. I need a big house with like 3 basements. Drop an M on the whip, think I'm speed racing. Don't know if it's the Transformer or the Green Ranger. My nigga Mac got the beat banging. Young nigga selling crack as a teenager. Had fiends playing baseball out here free basing. Had me showing off the rings like a Freemason. My mama gone, but I keep pacing. Trying to keep it all together like I need braces. Family calling when they need favors. When I was broke, they was acting like complete strangers. All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it.